Okay, we're starting.
Observations with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Thank you for joining Fully Articulated at our special time, a one-time only thing on Monday at noon. My God, this is episode 16, which is pretty good for a show that was only supposed to happen once. And like all great episodes of Fully Articulated, I am joined by two legends, your favorite man in Milburn and your favorite Yorkshire man. That is correct. I am here with heel versus babyface himself and of course, Justin Kane from Justin's Collection, the finest action figure channel on YouTube. Gentlemen, it is an exciting day to have the two of you all the way from either side of the planet, and we are here to talk about literally breaking news that Justin has for us, or if any of you have been watching Sideshow Con, you probably already know this. We don't even have pictures. It's so breaking. And welcome to Fully Articulated, episode 16. It's good to have you all here. So, gentlemen, first of all, how fully articulated are you today?
At this hour, not very. Out of 10, actually, yeah.
How many points of articulation do each one of you have?
I'll go with the 5 POA. I'm a classic.
5 POAs.
Yeah.
I'm a 39 point.
Oh, whoa.
I'm somewhere in
This
between.
is very fully articulated today.
I'm rotating at the shoulders.
That's amazing.
Some butterfly joints going on there.
Unbelievable. Well, it's good to have you guys. I feel like we're the Three Musketeers of toy
full
journalists.
house.
A full house, so to speak.
Oh, yes.
If we were in Casino Royale, we would beat Le Chiffre. It would be great.
We would collectively be him.
That's exactly right. Now, I think I want to start out, obviously, the most exciting news that no one's talked about, I don't think, yet on any YouTube channel, because it's just happened. Sideshow has begun their Sideshow Con, and like Justin predicted, because Justin knows his shite. Justin, you made the observation that probably already, first of all, last week, there was a monster drop by Hot Toys themselves at their convention, and our man Ryan, or your man Ryan, was able to infiltrate Echo Base and get some fantastic pictures where on your channel you have shown these 6 different figures, or there was 2 different iterations of Boba Fett, 6 different figures, including Iron Strange. We saw that. We saw the definitive Black Widow figure. We got, of course, the gorgeous Boba Fett from the upcoming Book of Boba Fett and the End of the Mandalorian sitting in his chair. We got Iron Man Mark 1 die cast. Ooh, that's tasty. We got an armored Deadpool. And finally, we got something. Oh, no, I think I said everything. That's what we got. Very exciting. But you had predicted that at Sideshow Con, we were going to get some Star Wars goodness from Hot Toys that they did not announce last week. So, Justin, were you right? Were you correct?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't like to be the person who's like, I told you so. In fact, I've never once said that. There are other YouTube channels that will, but I'll take it. So, Hong Kong doesn't really have a huge Star Wars market. US does. They saved all of the Star Wars stuff for Sideshow Con. And there was like, on this is like the preview day, I think. This is like their first day. In fact, they didn't even want to show them all. Like, they did this weird thing at the end of the live stream where the guy and the girl, like, were pretending to block the other half of the display, but like you could still clearly see everything. So I don't know what they were doing, but anyway, they had quite a few new reveals there. I don't know if you want to jump right into it or want to talk about the con itself a little bit more, or
talk about the con. So obviously one of the highlights for me of the San Diego Comic-Con was always the Sideshow booth. They always had a huge presence at Comic-Con, and they had not just Hot Toys, but everything that Sideshow is putting out. Statues from other companies, whether it was Prime One or their own statues, all different things that they distribute. They're obviously the North American distributor of Hot Toys, so they would always show Hot Toys. And a lot of the time, by the way, they would show a lot of things that would get me all hot and bothered that were never made. Like the Millennium Falcon cockpit, the 66 Batmobile, the Jedi Starfighter from Attack of the Clone, or from the Revenge of the Sith. They never showed up, but they would tease us and get us all hot and bothered. Kind of like that really pretty girl you finally hook up with in high school, and she becomes a disappointment. But it was kind of
about it last night. It kept turning me down. It was really disappointing.
I mean, that's kind of what it was like. But so Sideshow has a big convention presence, especially at San Diego Comic-Con, and they would rely on that convention presence where everybody is posting hundreds of thousands of photographs of all their new stuff. It was almost like free marketing. It was genius. They'd spend money for the booth, which wasn't cheap, but they got a lot of
everyone would come in.
Yep. So now what are they doing? To explain what Sideshow Con is.
Now they just do it themselves, I guess. That's their thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure this show on your channel and Az's channel gets more live viewership than they did. So let us do it. I think next year.
Yeah,
just let us do it. Yeah, Sideshow. All you have to do is just fly us out. We'll come in. We'll sort it. We'll do all the coverage. No problem. We'll get you the numbers. Totally fine. We won't. It's just the airfares, hotel. We'll handle the rest. But seriously, they did show a bunch of Star Wars stuff. In fact, entirely Mandalorian, which is quite surprising to no one. They showed. I'm sorry. They showed.
I'm waiting for the next Ray to come along.
Oh yes,
Cobb Vanth excites me.
Cobb Vanth excites me too. And by the way, none of these were shown with head sculpts, so all helmets. So I reckon they're quite early on in production. And no accessories were shown at all. You know how sometimes at the cons they'll show the prototype, but they'll still have all the hands, like the extreme environment suit Batman. He still had all the hands and the accessories and laser and everything. He had everything out. So I reckon he's quite far along. Whereas none of these had any parts on display at all.
Was Cobb Vanth in the Boba Fett armor?
Yep, Cobb Vanth in the Boba Fett armor. He had his gunslinging pistol out. Nice thin body, so it does look like he's scrawny like he did in the show. Big honkin' Boba Fett helmet. He looked fantastic. It's basically the same armor that we saw on Derelict Boba, just on him with, the correct red shirt and everything. So it looks fantastic. But aside from that, we didn't see Timothy Oliphant head sculpt. Elephant. We didn't see his sculpt, which I would love to see. By the way, that Silver Fox looky head going on, primo. I would love to display him like that in the collection, holding the helmet. So we didn't see that. We did see a Cosca Reeves and an Axe Woves. And I was saying to Rob before this show started, I didn't even know that was his name before they showed the little nameplate thing. But his name is Axe Wove. So he's the guy who was there and then wasn't with Bo-Katan. That guy who was there for 1 second. And then,
okay.
Yeah. So that guy.
That character.
Yeah.
The erased one.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's why I didn't know his name, because he literally it was never mentioned. And then the female Mandalorian, Cosca Reeves, who is played by Sasha Banks, I believe, fighter. Yeah, a fighter. So that figure was shown as well, right next to Bo-Katan, and it makes a nice trio. So that's looking fantastic. I think I'm gonna need all three of those in the display. She called them something, the Owls or Midnight Owls or some such owls or something or other.
Well, they can't have been that tweety-twoo if they got rid of Axe.
Yeah, no. They were making such a big deal out of it too in the live stream. But anyway, I won't get into their commentary because they tried their best. I'm sorry, I have to mention this one thing. They kept pronouncing Din. They kept pronouncing Din Djarin as Din Djarin. And I was just like, oh my god. Did you all watch the show, please?
No, I was in a pool of sweat in some part of my house.
I cannot. So anyway, they showed those. They showed a super battle droid from the flashback scene on whatever planet that Baby Din Djarin, as they say, was rescued from.
Djarin.
I really want that.
I would love a Super Battle Droid or 5.
They
And
actually
they
look threatening in at least in those scenes. They work
yes.
the
I like how they shot them from his
Roger,
perspective from below, so they look like these big hulking, scary things. And
amazing
also,
what you can do, George, when you position a camera in a different way than a flat shot. You know,
poor George. And the regular battle droid on a
He's definitely not
stap.
poor.
They showed regular battle droid on a stap, and also I'm sure everyone saw this coming. A scout trooper on a brown speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. Yes. But the last thing had me very, very excited. A diorama.
That's your favorite word.
Oh yes. A diorama of the entryway to the villainous hideout where we find the client and also the remnant stormtroopers. And it has the little eye that comes out of the wall. It's lit up. You can store stormtroopers behind the door, so there's a little bit of depth there. You can have a couple of stormies there, and a little bit of a frontage as well with a dirt flooring. I don't think it's ever going to be made. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I don't think they're ever going to make it, but it looks really good and super simple, really class. In fact, that's the only one that we actually have a picture of on the Sideshow website. If we could possibly bring it up at some point. There might actually be more. Let me go to the Sideshow website and see if they've
I was looking where on the Sideshow website.
Oh, I forgot one. They also showed. This is a bit. I find this a bit silly. They showed another Grogu pack. So this is the second Grogu pack. This time we're getting Grogu meditating on the Seeing Stone.
Yeah.
So he's doing his little meditation, which I like that one. We're also getting just Grogu's head inside the vase that he was hiding in the cantina in Mos Pelgo. And a couple of other accessories, but no Grogu's to go with them. So we're getting the egg tank, but no Grogu fishing an egg out of the egg tank. The bowl with the squid coming out, but no Grogu to be attacked by the squid, and a Womp Rat for some reason as well.
Are you saying that they're trying to milk baby Grogu for every single solitary thing they can?
That's the thing. If they were, surely they would include 2 more miniature Grogus, non-articulated, and then bump the price up. But like they're kind of going at it half-baked. Like they're giving us the accessories, but not the Grogus to go with those. It's just so weird to me. Like, give us a Grogu holding a little spoon or something to go with the squid, and then one reaching it, like you can position him sort of reaching into the egg container. But no, they didn't. Very weird. No, they said, you know what? No, not for you. I'll send you the link, Rob, for this beautiful looking Navarro diorama. It looks quite good, dare I say.
Well, let's see.
There you are. It has been sent.
I will grab it and put it up. So overall, what can we glean from this, Justin? What?
Well, Mando, of course.
They're all in. They're all in on the. I mean, I thought we were getting a lot of Episode 1 figures or Episode 2 or the prequel trilogy figures. Which, by the way, I was really enjoying. I never thought I would say this, but I was really enjoying the what they were giving us. By the way, I'm looking at this
stuff
preview, and it just says Navarro Imperial Safe House diorama. There's no picture of it.
Oh, I have the picture. Hang on, maybe
I have to hit
I'll
the RSVP
I'll have to send you the picture manually. I'll rip the picture out of their page and send it to you.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess they love Mando only. They no more prequel stuff for the moment, which I find quite sad because
I really wanted an Amidala, believe it or not.
Well,
yes.
I mean, they did put out the pre-order for the prequel General Kenobi and Anakin in their Clone Wars.
Yes.
1 in 6 look.
But those are Sideshow and not Hot Toys.
Yeah. True. But it still was interesting. I thought they were quite interesting.
Oh, are they up for pre-order now? The animated ones?
Yeah, the animated 1 in 6s of Anakin and
I will be pre-ordering those on this stream. I must have them. All right, Rob, I have the image for you, sir. I apologize.
Send it over. Send
there
it
we
over.
go. Not sure why that is not showing up for you.
Oh, here it is. Ooh, boy. Wow, I love this. This is dope,
Good,
dude.
right?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Let me put this up. And look at that Stormtrooper. Is that a new Stormtrooper?
That looks like the Remnant, and then a clean Stormtrooper in the background. I was really hoping, and this is so simple. I was really hoping for them to just do a white, basic, clean Stormtrooper reissue. Just people now realize, hey, those are hard to find. We need those.
Yeah, and if you want to weather them, you can weather them yourself.
Oh, we are in. There's been an interesting development, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
Yes, you can. The answer on this question on this show is
yeah,
always
the
yes.
answer is always yes on this channel.
I'll be vague. So this has to do with I don't know. I really don't know. Okay,
Come on
well,
now.
There's a certain website. I don't know how to approach this. Okay, well, there's a certain website. Toys Wonderland just recently had a revamp of their website. They were getting some illegitimate takedown notices sent from another competing website for third-party products, and they were saying that we own the copyright for those products. You need to take them down; they're unlicensed. Which the people who were hosting Toys Wonderland subsequently took down those product pages. Now it's happened again, but for Hot Toys figures, which there's no reason why they cannot sell Hot Toys licensed legitimate product.
So wait a minute. So a company, a toy store, essentially a toy store that is getting toys from all over the world, and they're in Hong Kong and they're legitimately getting Hot Toys. You know, Hot Toys is a manufacturer. They're a retailer. They're selling Hot Toys that Hot Toys is giving them. They place orders. We would like to get this many figures, and Hot Toys says, "Great."
Well, let's put it. I know what people are going to say straight up. Well, other companies have the rights to sell them internationally. Totally true, but there's something called the right of first sale. If you buy something, and then you choose to sell something, that same item that you have purchased, you are allowed to do that because you own it. You can sell it. It transcends all distribution rights because it's something you privately own and you're selling it privately to another individual. If you're doing so as a business, you still have purchased the stock off someone.
Right.
It's like a car dealer, for instance, has bought the stock from the manufacturer and now they are free to sell it to whomever they want because it's privately owned. Same thing when it comes to toys. So that's what's happened. But I don't know. This opens a big can of worms, and I know we weren't really going to. We weren't planning on talking.
Well, no, but
about
I mean, this is weird. This is like weird mafioso. Not that there's anything wrong with mafia. No, I'm just kidding. It's very protectionist. It's anti-capitalism.
But if they are, let's say there's a geography to where you are licensed.
Yes.
So you could be the European distributor. You could be the North American, the South American, yada yada yada. Unless the company, and this, I'm not saying this is even right, but unless the company that's making the takedown notices are in the Southern Hemisphere, particularly Australia, then they have absolutely no right to have any geographical business in that area.
Unless
that's not where their license would cover.
Right, I was going to say, unless they have a license that covers distribution over the entire planet Earth, they can't claim. So what are you going to do? Go after everybody on YouTube or on eBay that's selling their Hot Toys figures?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
that's what you would have to do, or every shop that sold a Hot Toy.
They tried this before because they claimed they owned the copyright to Hot Toys official images. So they said, okay, we're taking down your listings because you're using Hot Toys official images, but we own them. But then the company that I'm referring to that has been issued these takedown notices stopped using the Hot Toys official images. They're using Ryan's images. So they buy Ryan's images off him, and they use Ryan's images in the website. So now it's a total non-issue. Ryan has literally gone, taken the picture. They're using it on the website. Not a problem. So that, I really don't understand. I don't know if if anyone is a lawyer in the chat. But this is just such a curious mafioso type strong-arming situation.
It also doesn't make sense. I mean, I'll tell you this. For me, I exclusively bought Hot Toys figures from a certain retailer. And I've noticed one of the things I've liked about Toys Wonderland is, one, their service so far has been good for me. But, like, for instance, the price on Hot Toys figures is cheaper at Toys Wonderland because they're not being imported anywhere. They can get them right from Hot Toys. And so if I want to buy from them, I look and see what the shipping costs are. And the shipping costs frequently, even with the shipping costs, the figure is less than if I were to get it here in North America. So, and Hot Toys as a retailer is rather exciting. But as a consumer, I don't like the fact that, I mean, it would, let's say this, if I knew anything more about this, and I'm not saying I do, or even which companies you're talking about, Justin, because who knows who they are.
Who knows?
But if I were to find out who these companies were and I knew that they were doing these kinds of things to, I like a choice. As a consumer, I like to be able to go wherever I want. Are they, as 1/6 Outfitters, I really have enjoyed purchasing figures from them. And I've liked other companies that carry third-party figures, one of which I was going to show today on the show. If I can't buy what I want to buy, I might have to stop patronizing certain companies that are doing these kinds of things to other retailers I enjoy.
I've had contact previously with the senior VP of marketing at this company, and he seems to be one with this vendetta, let's call it, against this other company. So I will send him a message and I'll say, hey, sir, what is going on? Because this is not on. This is someone's livelihood. And when it comes to legalities of it, they are completely in the right to sell the product that they own, no matter where they are in the world, because they own it. It transcends your licensing agreements. They could put it on eBay. What are they going to call up eBay and say, hey, eBay, we supply to the USA. Tell this gentleman he cannot sell his Hot Toys Echo because we don't want him to.
Yeah, we have an internet lawyer friend in Nick Ricada.
Do we?
I'll reach out to Nick, see if I can get him onto the show to discuss.
That would be a very interesting chat.
Yeah. See what
so
he
yes,
says,
that is the current situation. That I was literally sorry to derail the whole Sideshow Con thing, but that is literally happening at the same time as this con is happening. They also have other people doing something else. But anyway, we'll talk.
It's so redundant. A lot of this is so redundant because particularly with the third-party market, the third-party market is not taking money away from the first-party market because they are making stuff which the first companies are not doing, nor will they ever do.
And even if they did,
that's the frustrating
we would buy the
it.
official. We would always buy the official as well to replace our third-party one. Like it's an instant purchase because 9 times out of 10 it's better.
Yeah, but they don't want to take any risks, or they don't want to take. They want to, like, all we're seeing from Hot Toys, and I'm not trying to be too critical of them because they're a business, they need to make money. But all they're seeing is what's the only popular Star Wars right now, and the only popular Star Wars right now is the Mandalorian. So they're just releasing Mandalorian figures till they come out the wazoo.
It seems like
they're not going to make money releasing a Finn or a Poe or a Rey.
No,
that's going to be throwing money away. So they're going with the money, but in the same breath, we're seeing great third-party models come out, like Heimdall from Thor.
And I think that's because they aren't licensed. They can make them in far less volume because they don't have to pay a 6-7 figure plus licensing fee to make that character based off this person's likeness and this franchise. So they can make 200, 300, 400 units rather than 10,000.
Yeah.
And that's why we'll never see Hot Toys doing the weird and wonderful little things that we always chat about on these shows, because it's not feasible. But even then, now that they're doing takedown notices on Hot Toys product, it's like that is a step too far. You like, what are you trying to say? You're either saying that it's that you own the rights to Hot Toys product, but the takedown notices aren't sent from Hot Toys; they're sent from another company entirely. So
well, this sounds very similar to something which happened last year with myself and a couple of other YouTube channels. Is in as much as leaks from The Last of Us Part 2 came out.
Oh yes,
and we did videos about our opinions on the leaks. Now, Sony initially went in and hit us with copyright strikes to pull down the videos, and also they hit us with multiple copyright strikes, which basically put us on the precipice
on the red
of
alert.
one more, and your channel's gone. So it was clearly bullying by them. But then Sony changed the copyright strike to a third-party striker who was called Muso. And Muso Entertainment was striking, doing the copyright strikes, and they were saying for our client, and not even trying to mention Sony, apart from when I emailed them. The person stupidly emailed back, our client Sony. So I had that in black and white. So, we were putting all this evidence forward, and eventually Sony just went, cut them all. Drop everything.
Too much effort. That happened to me with Warner Brothers, actually.
They backed themselves into a corner, because legally, it doesn't matter if the game is not released. If a rumor has broken about the game, or if information has been leaked, stolen, anything from that company, that is still classed as fair usage of information. So, even though you could say, well, it's not very sporting of you to talk about it beforehand, etc., that's another moral debate by the by. But we're legally allowed to still discuss it. They're not allowed to legally pull us down. And this sounds like a very similar incident where potentially, and I'm not saying they are, but potentially the manufacturer could be using them as a third-party broker to do this on their behalf, to maybe lessen press, maybe lessen some potential bad press, or the other company, the company in question, is actually acting above their station. And if there's any
big for their boots, perhaps
in trouble.
Oh yes. Bit too big for their boots, perhaps.
Well, yeah, I think this could be an overreach, and if this overreach is met with a slap, then I think they're going to find themselves off balance, and they could actually open themselves up for a nasty little comeback. I mean, I was speaking with a solicitor about suing Sony, because Sony had abused the copyright system. Had put in fake copyright, not claims, but strikes against my channel. And the lawyer basically said to me, he said, they will drain you. They'll drain your money. But you are in the right. But they will drain you of all the funds.
They count. That's Warner Brothers did the same thing to me when I reviewed the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. So I got an email from Bob, his name was, at Warner Brothers legal team, saying, take down the video and tell me who made this product. And I'm thinking, first of all, I literally say who made the product in the first 10 seconds of my video, if you even cared to watch, but I didn't say that. I just said, I'm not going to tell you who made anything. You can do your own research. But also, I'm not taking down the video. It's fair use. I'm reviewing something that I purchased with my own money. I don't care if it's infringing on your intellectual property. I didn't make it. I literally purchased it, available on the free open market. But he knew that YouTube was big enough that they probably wouldn't care, and they would take it down because they don't want the risk of being sued by Warner Brothers legal team. And he knew that I didn't want the risk of my channel having a strike, etc. So of course I took it down, because likely it would have gone through. I probably would have appealed it, and I maybe would have won. It's very likely, because it was a bullshit claim. But they count on the fact that you don't have the time or the energy or the funds to devote to it, so you just take it down. So they definitely do strong arm. It's a thing that they do, and I think that's exactly what's happening here. I'll keep an eye. I'm in contact with the person who, the site that we're talking about. I'm in contact with the person while we're doing the stream, so if I get any updates, I will provide them. But anyway, shall we talk about this con?
Well, wait. There is there is one other thing. I think we should
Law and
try.
Order.
Let's try an
Figure
experiment. Can we try an experiment on this particular show? Let's try an experiment when it comes right down to this. So, over the weekend, over the last couple days, there were leaks from the set of The Flash.
Oh,
yes.
There were leaks.
I'll email
from the set.
Bob and we'll get him on.
There were leaks from the set of The Flash, and one of the things that they showed was the Tim Burton 1989 Batmobile.
Yep.
Now, I have those pictures that were leaked. Now, I don't know if I should do this now that I'm saying it, but Warner Brothers rigorously went after everybody. Those pictures were quickly scrubbed from the web, even though not really, because anybody who has the foresight immedially did frame captures and
claimed them.
Ezra Miller choking a pregnant woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's so the question is, if I were to show a picture of one of these leaked photos, I mean, I object to it as an industry professional. Maybe I shouldn't show it, but we'll talk about it. But these pictures are out there, and because Warner Brothers has already the only copyright strike. So for those of you who don't know, people give you copyright notices all the time. There's a piece of music or something, or they'll start monetizing your video because you have something. That's not a strike. That's just a copyright notice. A copyright
claim.
Copyright claim. A copyright strike is when a company they say you are violating our copyright. We are striking your channel. And in YouTube's case, if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel is obliterated. They will take it down, never to come back. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't matter. And so for a lot of us who YouTube is very much our livelihoods, you know, you'd have to be kind of dumb to get 3 copyright strikes in 90 days.
If you get one, then you can't post for 7 days. Just if you get one. So that's already.
I got one, but I could still post videos and live stream. They changed the rules.
Oh, they've changed.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
It's not. If you get 2, you can't stream, and potentially you can't post. Like it's weird. They've changed it because of. I think they've changed it because of the abuse of the copyright.
Yes.
system.
Yes. Probably. I like this in the chat.
Thing.
In Theatre says Toy and Order, Hot Toys division.
Toy and Order.
I love it.
That was the one we were looking. That's the show we were looking for.
Yes, I love it.
Toy and Order. But I mean, I think it's, you know, what's really unfortunate is the flip side of this doesn't work. They're happy to have us talk about their product on live streams for tens of thousands, if not millions of hours of videos where we go on and on and on and wax rhapsodic about what we love. But we do one thing that they don't like. No one's compensating us for all the time we spend talking about their products, whether they're movies or toys or whatever. But we do one thing they don't like. They come after us. I mean, it's the very definition of totalitarian censorship under the guise of commerce or capitalism. And to me, it's you know, you have to take the good with the bad. That's what a free society is. And if somebody wants to talk about something that might not be so nice for you,
just don't do it then, and then we won't have anything to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean,
just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. And I find it like, and to me, what's really interesting is set leaks. And by the way, some douchebag did take pictures on the set. They were clearly on the set of The Flash. They were completely in the wrong, and I hope that person gets hunted. Was
Gina Carano there dressed as Cara Dune?
But I mean, I think that's uncool. Having worked on many sets on very super secret projects, I do think it's uncool. Yeah, don't do that. That said,
it is, but look, this is something which has been happening since forever. Really.
I know. That said, I was gonna say it was pretty fucking cool to see the fucking Batmobile on that fucking set. And I'm,
so
and boy, am I happy I have a Hot Toys '89 Batmobile. But maybe they'll make another one. Who knows? I mean,
there was recently this what I thought was a stupid rumor, where they said that Michael Keaton and the Flash were going to be the idiots of the film, and Supergirl was going to be the greatest woman. And I'm just thinking, do you think Michael Keaton would sign on to a film and be told that you're going to be the butt of a joke? You know, it's just so stupid that people can't use just a logical part of their brain. Michael Keaton's no fool.
Right.
The fact that he signed, said an interest and then pulled out of the show of the film, and
I
then
wonder how that would have worked.
renegotiated his way back in. Do you think they're going to treat him like a clown?
No.
No, this guy's going to be like God in this film.
Yeah. And look, the idea that the whole purpose of putting Michael Keaton in the movie is to then plus that by giving us that badass Batmobile. You know, I mean,
that
was the only reason.
Give us Terry, please. I'm begging you.
I mean,
there is so much money on the table for a Batman Beyond trilogy of films.
I mean, why not set it up? I mean, you think Michael Keaton doesn't want to do that, but anyway, it's just a weird place. But yeah, we should get back to the topic. Let me just quickly show this photo that you sent me. So first of all, set up this photo again because I've forgotten what it was.
This was the Michael Keaton 1989 Batmobile.
No. This is the diorama. This is the diorama from the Mandalorian.
Oh,
set
the diorama. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Set it up for us.
The Imperial hideout, if you will. They call it something else, the Navarro Security Department or whatever rubbish they've called it. But it's the hideout where the child was brought to. They call him the client, and the remnant stormtroopers can fit in the doorway of this. They've showed 2 in the image, and the little eye, that thing from Jabba's palace, that one scene in Return of the Jedi where the eye comes out and he speaks to C-3PO, that also is lit up in this picture. So it looks like there's a light up function. The door, I would assume, can open and close. But as I said before, I don't think they are going to make it, unfortunately. This would be, if they do, this would be the first standalone diorama piece that they have ever sold and made. So I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they do make it, is all I can say.
All right, well, then without further ado, allow me to throw this up. Now, what's really interesting to me is I know, Justin, you have a love for these, but on this, it does say Sideshow and Hot Toys in the bottom corner there. They've teamed up before. They did the General Kenobi and the Stormtrooper armor like 10 years ago. I don't know if this is a co-production because Sideshow has obviously done a lot of diorama pieces. And I think this looks great. It looks like it's got the LED. I love that it's got the Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt's palace droid thing that comes out like the goodness gracious me, you know, the whatever you want to call it, the doorbell, which is on the door. And I think this looks fantastic. And I know you love diorama pieces, but this does look fantastic. And I love the cracking in the wood, the stucco, whatever you want to call it. I wonder if that door slides open. I don't know if it does, but it's pretty cool. And so, what do you guys think of that?
It's a beauty.
Yeah. Because when you put it in your cake,
if we see this as a diorama, I will eat parts of my body. I just can't see them doing it. This is
me neither.
I would love that. That would be fantastic if they did that, and I want it all day long because it'd be great in a case of whichever variety you choose. But I look at that and I think, oh, there's effort. There's been effort put into that diorama, and I just can't see them doing it. They've pulled out of everything. If we can't even get an Anakin starfighter anymore, then how on earth are we going to get? Unless, of course, there is a demand. I mean, if this goes up for RSVP, then I'll say it's going to get made. If it doesn't go up for RSVP, I don't see this.
It is up for RSVP.
It is up for RSVP.
Yes.
Okay. So in which case they are basing the decision purely off the number of RSVPs. So there's a chance. There's a chance. So now we're going to see how many Mandalorian.
All 5 of us will.
Yeah.
will RSVP. You, me, and Az, and then we'll get 2 more of our mates. Then we'll have it. Well, I
RSVP to the Starfighter, and
Yeah.
But when you saw the Batman Forever and the Batman Forever Robin, they went through the RSVP system and they came out on top.
They did.
I think I think this RSVP thing is a bit. I don't know. I don't think it works because those ones, for instance, they showed them 3 years in a row at the cons, and they kept on getting better and better and better with each year they showed them. So I think they were always planning on releasing them, but then there are some like the starfighter, like you were just talking about, and a Millennium Falcon cockpit, and all of those little, like Baze Malbus, for instance. He was an RSVP, and I'm pretty sure everyone who had a Chirrut put down an RSVP for our friend Baze Poe Dameron. All of those lost figures, let's call them, the damned. They are they're forever in figure limbo. But just as to for your question before, Rob, when you said the Sideshow Cross Hot Toys logo, Sideshow put that logo on all of the images from the con, even ones not made by Hot Toys, it would seem.
Okay.
The Salacious Crumb
not?
from Regal Robot also has Sideshow Cross Hot Toys in the corner.
Oh, that's
Cool.
okay.
Yes. So I always found it funny when you go to Sideshow and you type in Obi-Wan or Boba Fett, it'll say Obi-Wan 6 scale. And then in tiny little font, you'll say made by Hot Toys. Or some little... Like, it's so impossible to discern that it's actually made by Hot Toys. They will do their very best to make it look like it's their own product. And that's, I think, what they're doing here by putting their logo first. By the way, if you're doing it in alphabetical order, H comes first before S. So it's a very purposeful decision.
Yep.
They have put their logo there. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. You know,
makes my skin crawl.
I just want to buy cool shit.
I'm looking at Sideshow right now, and on the Star Wars front, they have Sith jet troopers. Surprisingly enough, in stock, and also with a 10% discount.
Anything
code.
but them.
So it's there's a clear indication of what Star Wars is selling and what Star Wars isn't selling. So I reckon you've got more chance of getting that diorama up probably than you have of that Sith jump trooper selling 100 units or something.
Yep, I agree with you on that. I absolutely agree with it. I think there's been a resurgence with diorama pieces. I think everyone's getting more and more excited about dioramas these days. You see people custom making them. You see people converting their cabinets into Batcave dioramas like you want to do as. There's been a resurgence in putting the figures in their element. So I think it's wise if Hot Toys can do it and do it on the cheap and do it well. So it's sturdy but flat pack and easy to assemble and relatively cheap, low cost for them, low part count. Get it done. I think that's a very untapped market. I mean, I'm envisioning a small-ish Naboo duel scene with Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Just the ray shields in the back, a little bit of that pit, and having them around. It doesn't have to be massive, just big enough. Like those set-piece moments. They can call them, figure moments. Take a Hot Toys, run with it.
Moment.
Well, that's one of the things that Jazz Inc. does. They've taken...
Yes.
And what I find really, really interesting about what Jazz Inc. has given us as a company is it really, as far as a display goes, it's one thing to have figures in a display case, but when you have a Jazz Inc. piece, whether it's the cargo bay from the Millennium Falcon, whether it's the Death Star, and you just have the lights in the wall, or the gantry, it ups it. I mean, it's really like getting the set, like the movie set. And it puts them in a context. So having a figure is great, but then it pluses that experience when you walk in and you see a Jazz Inc. piece in your house and a figure. It's I don't know what it does, but it takes it all to a new level when you look at this going, wow, because you no longer, it's not just in your mind's eye, you actually see it and you can manipulate it. And if you want, you can make your own camera angles and take pictures with your iPhone or whatever you want to do, and it makes having a toy, it gives you a more experience as a collector, and I think that's pretty neat. I mean, it takes your collecting to another level.
It does.
Well, it does. I mean, we're talking about. Hey, actually, I'll show this.
Oh,
since we're discussing it, I spoke to you a couple of weeks ago about the. Leon from Resident Evil from Dam's Toys, and I was just saying that his base is boring. his base is just
It is,
boring and whatnot. So I went out
Ooh.
and I purchased these umbrella bases.
Oh,
So these
Very nice.
These are I think they ultimately peel off. They have the beautiful umbrella symbols on them. And you can I think, or you paint them yourself, but you can, you've got all the materials here for me to spray paint or paint in the lines to get the base together and then
where'd you find those?
This was on Toys Wonderland.
Wow.
And then
so you're saying that Toys Wonderland has lots of products beyond figures that you as a collector might enjoy having.
Yes. And even the
Who can say?
hold, is a nice clear. So, and I got two because of the cock up on the first model, missing pieces. Of course, I'm going to use the second piece as a project, as a Leon, Leon in distress project. So he's going to have cuts and torn clothing and, stuff like that. So I can put them both together on their umbrella stands. And we're going to have Leon Kennedy, fresh rookie, ready for action, at the start of Resident Evil 2. And then we're going to have disheveled Leon Kennedy, probably holding rocket launcher.
Oh yes.
At the end, patch missing from his shoulder. I'm going to draw a little bit, little cuts of blood on him. Distress the outfit a little bit more, get it mucky, get it muddy, and use that as a creative tool to have fun with. And then they're going to be on a beautiful big umbrella, white and red base.
Yeah, which is, when the funny thing about it is collecting all this stuff and the fact that you have all these third party or even individuals that are making this things like those bases, and you have a company like Toys Wonderland who will put that stuff out. No one's going to make Umbrella Academy bases. You need a fan already who's also adept at manufacturing things, and they're making stuff like Jost at Jazz Inc. is an engineer by trade. It's not like he's out there, I'm going to make a lot of money by building Justice mobiles. Look, man, I'm
pretty sure that's at a break even, or maybe even a loss if parts break and he has to replace it or whatever.
Yeah, he's doing it as a hobby because it's cool. And if I had more skill, like one of the things I've always wanted to make is a 6-scale Bridge of the Enterprise for classic Star Trek.
Ooh.
That would be that's my ultimate dream toy thing. Now, you could make that. That's not out of the realm of possibility to manufacture.
No, absolutely.
And now that Playmates, once again, Playmates has reacquired the Star Trek license for a third time because they think that, wow, the kids are just clamoring to get those Star Trek Prodigy and Star Trek Lower Decks and Star Trek. It's unbelievable. I don't know who they think, who is buying. I'm still waiting to get my Exo 6 data.
Me too, from Sideshow.
That they sent out. They keep postponing my final payment for that one.
And the thing is, if you'd ordered it from Exo 6, by the way, you'd have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've been shipping, and I've had people contact me and say, I've got my Exo 6 data. And I'm just kind of like, I'm so glad I ordered my Jean-Luc Picard through Exo 6.
Me too. I ordered it through them too. And I'm just hoping, that maybe they'll do really well with the Star Trek license. But I wonder, look
at that.
Wait, did you paint that?
I'm going to build it on stream.
Beautiful.
Did you paint that?
You take the stickers and then you just peel the stickers off.
Oh, so you don't have to paint anything.
No. And I've just realized that the umbrella logo is like a 3D. You put the red in to elevate it, and then the white.
I want to see that. I want to see
down
that.
below.
And so you're building it. This has turned into a build stream as we talk.
Build stream.
Let's see it.
Woo.
Well, I've got something that I want to show.
Oh yes.
I've got so Black Box Toys that have done a couple of great Bond figures. They're doing some Blade Runner figures. I haven't taken all the plastic off her, but I got an Ana de Armas from Blade Runner 2049. Her character Joy. Here it is.
Nice.
And I think I think the head sculpt's actually pretty good. It's a little anime-esque, but it does.
Yeah.
The costume is really great. Although I got to figure out how this strap. But if you look at the look at that, the boots are really
right.
individual. I haven't taken out the I just took her out, and this is like on a Fison body.
Yeah.
And she comes with the cool
I think
weapon.
they've gone for these slightly too high prices.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I think
I love
maybe
this. I mean, this is how she
below.
appears in the film, and this came with a second head sculpt, which oh no, here it is. What's funny about this second head sculpt is this is the actual head sculpt when she's nude. She's the nude hologram with the blue hair. So basically, you'd get a Fison body and keep the body nude. I'm gonna screw up the
Gutted.
hair. But here's the head sculpt, which looks pretty good.
Oh,
Blue
that's
hair
pretty
variant.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And so I'll get a nude Fison body and just have her in the background, and someone will complain that it's my background
Sure.
is X-rated or something. But
People are always complaining.
very happy.
I've never heard anyone complain. Ever.
Very happy with this purchase. I can't wait to get the Detective K. And I don't know if Black Box is making the Rick Deckard. I don't remember.
I think someone else might be, actually.
Yeah, I think someone else might be, but I got that. And I thought that was cool. And it's something else that's not figure related, but I'm very happy to have it because it's sold out. Is I love my 1612 Space 1999 Eagles, of which I have way too many. But what they did was they put out this. They put out the Hawks. Everyone who loves Space 1999 loves the Hawks from the episode War Games. But this is the Hawk. When they made this, they thought that the producers Jerry Anderson thought they were too similar to the Eagles in terms of color. So the models were delivered like this to the studio, but then they repainted them. Now they put out the Hawks with the repaint already. This is the special edition of the original, the white versions of the Hawks. This is sold out. You can still get the orange versions. So I love these. These are in scale with their Eagles. I mean, they're hideously expensive. This is gone now, so on the secondary market. So waiting for that, one of those things you're waiting for years. But I can't get enough of what they have, so I got that. And very excited because I've got a shelf over there that has my displays. I love what 1612 is doing. And Eagle Moss has sort of tried to steal their thunder by making 10-inch Eagles instead of 12-inch Eagles. But ladies,
better sue them, I guess, or copyright strike them.
No, they both got the license.
Pull down the website.
Don't even worry about the license. We'll just do it anyway. Sorry, I'm still a little bit. I'm still a bit feisty after that little incident. It's still ongoing, by the way. I've just heard back from the person in charge of the other website, and I have advised them to have a backup shadow version of their website ready to go just in case they have any issues. So there should not be any downtime if there are any problems.
That's not good. Okay, now I got something for you.
Whoa.
Now this is a question I'm going to ask you. This is so the MI6 HQ Twitter stream. They're one of the best James Bond information Twitter streams. Just made this point an hour ago. The UK earns 15% of the James Bond global box office in modern times, more than half the North American number. If the UK returns to lockdown before September 30th, do you think No Time to Die's release date will plow ahead worldwide, or will it be pulled with the UK closed?
I don't honestly. I don't think the UK's going to tolerate another lockdown. I really do not think it's going to be tolerated. We're in the UK. We kind of tolerate things for a while. We've hit the breaking point. And if the government try and put us in lockdown in September, I'm telling you right now, there's just going to be riots. There's just going to be countrywide riots. And that's as simple as that. People are just going to go crazy because we're not getting locked down again. This whole coof business is an absolute joke, which we've already discussed. The mainstream media are panic mongering, fear mongering to some absolutely disgusting degree. They are being so selective with the amounts of information they're putting forward. I know this is not the answer to the question so far. But I just don't see it. If a lockdown is announced in the UK again, I think there's going to be absolute ruckus on the streets, and I think people are just going to go F you. Let's just play the game and say if it does go back into lockdown and people are going, will they delay No Time to Die? Absolutely. Absolutely. That film's already screwed as it is. So, why not screw it up just a little bit more? It's too much. It's too much money. But, money's been thrown away on a daily basis right now. So, I don't know what is going on. Black Widow, as we've seen, has had a humongous drop-off on week 2. So there's an immediate interest, but is there a long-lasting interest in these films at the moment? I think Black Widow did better than it was gonna do, simply because people were able to go to the cinema. If people aren't able to go to a cinema, they simply won't care. But that film, they could end up on bloody Amazon for all we know. Nobody ended up on Amazon. That's a good film.
That was a great film, by the way. I loved that film. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just felt like I was watching a good old-fashioned old-school film again,
I loved it. And anyway, it was a great film. I was excited to see Snake Eyes.
Dude, did you see the new trailer? Wait, you saw the movie?
No, I was excited to see it on Thursday, but now our lockdown that was supposed to end on Tuesday is now infinite. The guy said, okay, it's a 5-day lockdown. We're over and out on Tuesday. Job well done, everyone. And then today, which is Monday, he comes on. He says, guys, we don't know. It's not going to be over on Tuesday, but we can't tell you when. Just got to sit tight. Who knows? Who knows? It'll happen.
Oh, Snake Eyes looks so good.
I really want to see it.
It looks really good. Like
I
I
really
said,
want to see. There's a smaller film called Gunpowder Milkshake, which I really wanted to see as well.
That dropped on. Is that on Amazon or Netflix now? I think it's on Netflix.
I heard some real bad things about that.
Yeah, so did I. John Campea hated it. So
Oh, really?
I really
I
like
heard
the
some real
director
bad
too,
things.
and
It looked great from the trailer that I saw. It looked like a lot of fun. I'll watch it anyway. See if it's any good.
on another note, there's a couple of things
nothing wrong with that. Justin, nothing wrong with that.
I wanted to show a few things that you know me, I have my love of movie figures, not just superheroes or Star Wars.
Yes,
I love movie figures, and there's a couple things that Toys Wonderland has that I have to pick up because they're movie figures and I love them. One is Leonardo DiCaprio from The Revenant. And
that looks really good. I've seen
it's a figure called Ghost Hunter. And here is a picture. Again, these are unlicensed figures. This is from Mars Toys. Ghost Hunter, I mean, the clothing looks really authentic. I really like this. Yeah, get it while you can, people. I think this figure looks phenomenal. I love The Revenant, and so I'm getting this figure. I really like this figure. And, it's not... I just like when people make figures from movies. Like, no, here's the thing. No licensed company is ever going to come out with a Revenant figure. Maybe they might have when it won the Best Picture, but now I just don't think that anyone's going to be like, hey, everybody, get your unless it's like Leonardo DiCaprio is Jack from Titanic. You know, maybe then. But no one's going to be excited for a Revenant figure. Me and the 3 other people that collect movie figures will be like, oh, my God, I got to get that figure from the Revenant, brah. Gosh, I need that. But then the other figure that I want to get, and I don't care if this gets me canceled or not, is John motherfucking Wayne. John Wayne, later John Wayne. This looks like True Grit John Wayne. I really like this. Infinite Statue is making this 6-scale figure. Fill your hands, you son of a bitch. I mean, that's what it looks like. And it comes with this cool, look at this diorama base with like his coffee. Whatever's there, I don't know. But I saw this and I'm like, how can you not want a figure of John Wayne? I grew up with John Wayne, big John Wayne fan. And this does look like the True Grit John Wayne. It might be a different John Wayne, so correct me if I'm wrong. But who doesn't want John Wayne? I'm sure a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But I do. And I love when they're making figures like this. And they don't, I mean, the Revenant figure doesn't, maybe the John Wayne figure is licensed because they're calling him John Wayne. They're not calling him like the cowboy.
Yeah.
It's John Wayne. And it was kind of like when I got that Sharon Stone figure from Blitzway from when she's crossing her legs in Basic Instinct. It's a statue.
The leg spreader.
Yeah. No, that was licensed. That was a licensed figure. So very, very happy to be getting figures like this. And again,
spreading.
Again, how many of us, I can't see like younger figure collectors going, oh, I got to add that John Wayne to my collection. Kind of like I have my, my Chaplin figure. Hey, look, I've got the hot toy of Marlon Brando from The Wild One. Aren't you excited about that? No. But hey, I have it. That's why Hot Toys stopped making figures like the James Dean and the Marlon Brando.
Can I just say that red is a color that just transforms everything?
It is.
Yes. How's that base coming along, sir?
Oh, we are virtually done.
Ooh, really? I love you build on the stream.
We are virtually done, and it's just been oh my lordy. Okay, I just got to put these screws in here.
Well, while you do that, I got one more thing. Even though Justin's already got this, I'm going to show this real quickly. Everyone knows I'm a Gundam fan. My favorite in terms of Gunpla. I really only deal with Perfect Grade anymore. I finally, after waiting almost a year, my first Perfect Grade Unleashed. The classic RX-78. This is the first Perfect Grade they ever released. But this is, oh my God, it is just, I can't even tell you how sophisticated this is. Justin's already built his. I'm definitely going to do a build stream when I build this sucker. Yeah, no, I will. And it might take me about a month to get that build stream, but man, am I excited about it. So now I've got, for my build stream that I'm going to eventually do, really, I've got the Aston Martin, the 1/8 scale Aston Martin DB5 from Eagle Moss. I've got the Enterprise D. I've got the 4-foot Starship Andromeda. I've got this, and I've got the 1/20th scale Valkyrie, Roy Fokker's Valkyrie from Robotech or Macross. 1/20th scale. It's huge.
Humongous.
Huge.
Yes, you did just sexually harass me.
So there you go. Very excited.
Oh my God.
Oh, let's see it.
Come on, dude.
Let's see it.
Can we go full frame on you yet?
No way. There's no way. No way. No way is that hole too small.
She said.
Ladies. No. Why?
You just have to make the hole a little bigger.
They've made one fatal error. They've made one fatal error.
Speaking of this, Brewy Survive asks, have you started your hobby channel yet?
It's just a little bit delayed.
Wow.
Hoping to have it up by next
Look
week.
at that.
That's awesome.
Now that is a base. And it's all laser cut acrylic, so damn toys could have done this.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know what the fatal flaw is?
Yes, the stand
These are the same
hole.
size. So
Oh,
it doesn't go in the bloody hole.
You need to Dremel it, sir.
Yeah, just sand it.
Get your Dremel out.
I don't have a Dremel.
Fuck. God damn it.
This is
Saucer Dremel.
hold on.
Well, is that supposed to fit
No.
a different stand?
Oh, if I twist.
Yeah.
Oh, it could snap here. It could snap. Hold on.
No, you'll twist it in there. Bob Dylan.
No, he needs just a little bit of. I do have, however.
Do you have any
no
Astroglide?
Dremels.
That always works for me.
I do have a pack of ladies. I do have a pack of files.
Files.
There you go.
Bob
Bob Dylan.
Just give a little bit of a file, not too
Bob
much.
Dylan, by the way, the patron saint of Justin's channel, his moderator who makes those awesome quizzes. Bob Dylan says, I don't know how this works, but can Az say hot dog? Am I doing it right?
What? Dog. You could have saved yourself a couple of dollars, dude. All you needed to put was the hot dog emote sticker, super sticker, and I would have hot dogged you. Excuse me while I whip
a man
this
S
out.
Beam who's making a hot toy figure or a 6-scale figure of me. S Beam says this is pretty telling. Here are the RSVPs that have not been made: Corvus Glaive, Valkyrie, Kit Fisto, Vulture, Mantis, Yonrog, Starforce, Captain Marvel.
Jude Law. I wanted my Jude Law.
I did too. It sucks, but it happens. And where else can we go but the third party? Third party figures are my hobby.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. Right now,
have you been lying to us since then? Before this?
The whole time.
No, not at all. I'm more excited for the upcoming slate of third-party figures that are on the horizon than the official stuff. I mean, what do we have coming official aside from the rest of Endgame, which it's
everything to do with
done.
Mandalorian.
It's been a million years now. Come on now. Nothing really else gets me as excited as that third-party Kingpin from the PS4 Spidey video game, and the So-So Toys comic book version of Green Goblin, like that sort of stuff. The Nightwing from Titans, like they're doing better stuff. Maybe that's why they're getting a little bit angry with these third-party companies, because they're getting all the hype. And I'm sorry, but they're making really good stuff.
They really are.
All you have to do is just make it yourself if you don't want them to make it. And then they won't.
I mean, they're getting the hype because they're doing things slightly different, but fall within the remit of our hobby and our loves.
Yeah. That
so when
Kingpin
you've got like a Robin, a comic book Robin coming, when you got a comic book Kingpin, when you get the Ock that comes out and is just that figure is killer.
Sensational. That Green Goblin that Rob still has in the background is probably my favorite third-party figure ever. It is good.
Bring me the So-So one, man.
It is so good. That Kingpin should have been something that Hot Toys it should have been a thing. They've got the PS4 video game license. You have 50 Spider-Man figures, but no villain. Who are they fighting in your display? Themselves? Yeah. No.
Well, that's why I've also pre-ordered from Jazz Inc. I pre-ordered the Vulture.
There you go. I mean, Kingpin, for those who haven't played the PS4 game, Kingpin was the first boss that you fight. You fight him in the classic suit, you go into Fisk Tower, which looks an awful lot like Trump Tower, but you go into Fisk Tower and you battle with Wilson Fisk, and that is the Kingpin that was made by not Toy Zero, but is actually Toy Zero.
Right.
And it looks amazing. It looks exactly like it did in the game. No need to pay any likeness rights to any actors. It's some generic-looking Kingpin, but it works on so many levels. It works with the classic Spidey that you're already selling. It's a twofer. People who are buying classic Spidey will buy Wilson Fisk. In fact, do a 2-pack with a battle-damaged version of the classic suit, because that's what happened in the fight. He tore Spidey's suit, and he was battle-damaged in that suit after the fact. Then you're getting a reuse out of an existing suit pattern that you made. I mean, there is so much that they could do that these third-party companies are doing for them. It's so frustrating.
I have to say that one of the most interesting. Look, I'm all for protecting intellectual copyright rights. I think protecting your IP is very important. That's why I think what is revolutionary as far as our space in terms of the collector space,
Jazz Inc.
What Jazz Inc. did is revolutionary. Here's a company. Absolutely. Here's a company where it's done out of love. You know, it's hobbies, and I think that if you're making these things, the response that Joost and his family gets from what they're making is overwhelmingly positive for both the collectors that are buying these things and for them as well for making them. And you know, and they're basically what they're making is in support of a licensed company like what Hot Toys is making. They're making things that Hot Toys figures are meant to go into. So it's augmenting an official licensee, and Hot Toys, they are not going to make these things anymore. They were at one point, now they're not. But if a company is going to want to manufacture them, then I mean, I'm of the opinion that part of the reason that Hot Toys is going back and re-releasing certain figures, like their Batman line, is because there's more things that people can do with them now. So why not benefit? It's mutually beneficial for everybody, especially if you have the kind of disposable income where you want to buy a Jazz Inc. thing. Now Jazz Inc. is officially with Warner Brothers. They now have precedent, so they can go to other companies, whether it's Disney or someone else, and say, "Look, we have a Warner Brothers license."
Yeah,
you know, and we
Let's
got
do
it
the
because
same deal.
Yeah, we're a fan community. We're never going to make a profit off these things. And like, here's the spreadsheets. Here's how much they cost. Here's how much we're making. Here's how many. We're not getting paid for our efforts. We're just making these for the fans because it's fun for us to do it, and they are. You know, I would imagine part of the thing about what Joost is doing is that he takes pride in turning out the most accurate versions of the things that he's making as possible. And I mean, look, Hot Toys knows that not a lot of people bought their Batman and Robin that they made from this. They didn't buy the Adam West, Burt Ward Batman and Robin. Hot Toys did not sell that many of those. That's why they didn't make a Batmobile from 1966. Well, the people that want to buy that Batmobile are the same people that wanted to buy those figures, so not many. But now Juice goes in and makes a 66 Batmobile and gets reference photos from everybody who wants one. They're getting all these things from other people who just want to see something cool get made. So it truly is a result of what collectors love, as opposed to being something for profit.
Done it.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
The man has done it.
Boy, that is one beautiful base.
So you see the red is elevated up.
I love that.
I love that too.
Into the, so the red's elevated up. That, folks, is so much more exciting than...
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's just... Here, I've got you...
Let's compare and contrast.
Let's compare and contrast. Then that... And I can even break this off. I can even break the nameplate off and glue it onto this if I so desired. But look at here. There you go. Here's a. You know, which would you prefer to have your Leon on?
Yeah.
Which would you prefer? You know. I know which one I would. That's
absolutely. And I think
that was 35 quid or something.
It's not that bad for a fully custom laser cut design display base to go along with your Leon. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I do too.
Multiple plates, multiple pieces. I think people forget when it comes to these unlicensed third-party companies is just like Jazz Inc., they can become licensed. So they might be dirty little basement dwellers in this big company's mind for now, but I think they also forget the company that they are in league with, Hot Toys, was one of those dirty little basement dwellers like 5 minutes ago.
They were.
They made an unlicensed George Lucas and an unlicensed Ethan Hunt.
And I have that unlicensed George Lucas, and I'm a better man for it.
Nah.
Exactly. And Damn Toys, they made a bunch of unlicensed product as well. In fact, they still do. I'm sorry, did I just burst that one wide open? Yes, I did. They still do, under the company name VTS. Yes. I'm so sorry, damn toys. I revealed your big secret. But basically, you can't. These companies may either turn it around and become licensed. Just because they're making unlicensed product now doesn't mean they won't ever. But also, you'll find that some of the licensed companies are also some of the unlicensed.
£35 for both of them.
Oh,
£18 each.
Dude.
Well, well.
Wow.
That's
so, yeah,
not
it was
even 2
£35
drinks
for
at the
both.
pub.
Yeah. Not nowadays.
Not if you want to get a double Jameson.
Now everything's so expensive nowadays. When I was a kid, you get yourself £5 to pay to get yourself a nice 5-course meal at the local Ritz Hotel as well. But now you can't. It's true.
Our good friend Martino Sulmoni, who is responsible for me having a Playmobil Enterprise, Martino says,
lovely.
this is for Az.
Oh.
The world is made of 2 kinds of people.
Mm-hmm.
1, those who know that the Star Trek The Motion Picture Enterprise reveal was barely long enough. And 2, Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah, it needed to be longer.
Martino and I
long enough.
clearly park our shuttlecrafts in the same shuttle bay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that part to me, I could watch that. I know people complain about that part of the movie, or quite a few do. I could watch that all day, every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's just Enterprise pornography. So,
Roger H, by the way, did send us a Super Chat badge sticker. Thank you, Raj.
thumbs up back at you, Raj.
Thumbs up. Always, he's very, very ardent supporter of these channels, so thank you for that, Raj H. Peter Pacheco became a member. Thank you for that, Peter.
Hey. Peter
Kevin
Pacheco just
Clark.
became a member on my channel recently as well.
Hey,
Well, there you go, Peter's.
Thank you, Peter. You're awesome.
Peter's not a member. Oh.
Oh, I want to hear what you have to say about this, Justin. Kevin Clark
Oh.
sends in a super chat and says, I just ordered the Z or the ZD, ZD Toys Iron Man Mark 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. I am still inadequate in your eyes, but it's not how large, but how you perform.
No.
Wink, wink.
No.
That's from Pasty Coppertop.
I like that name. A lot of people say, their collections can't compare or whatever. It's not about comparing or competing. It's about what makes you happy when you walk into your room and you have a badass display, no matter how many figures you have, what scale. It's that feeling that you get that it brings you back to when you were sitting down to watch that film for the first time, or back to your childhood, or whatever it might be. That's the important thing. And if that particular line of figures does it, then that's what it is for you, and then that's all about me. And that looks beautiful.
Wait, hang on. Let me go full frame on Az for this one.
Let me get rid of the microphone, because that is in the way. But holy crap!
You got to pull back a little so we can see it all in its. Oh yeah, there we go.
Look at that. £18.52 before shipping.
That's pretty great, dude. Look
that is so much better, man. So yeah, less than 20. Well, I mean, obviously over 20 quid with shipping, but technically less than 20 quid to really turn what's because I love this Dam's toys.
Yes.
Obviously frustrated with the missing pieces and the poor glue. But other than that, with like the head sculpt and everything else, accessory-wise, it's incredible. Uniform's incredible. So that's what it deserves. That's what it deserves. Not
yeah, I know. The lovely says, hi, Az, R&B, and Justin. I've been enjoying the sideshow preview of Clone Wars, Obi-Wan, and Anakin this morning.
Yeah.
I know you want those, Justin. The Clone Wars.
I love them. I need them. I just went to order them because Az said that they were orderable, but they are not. They are still RSVP. So I RSVP'd. I must have them, and then I must have the rest of the line. If they do the rest of the line, they often start off these lines really strong, like their DC Comics line. Like, they were on a pretty good run. They did Lobo, the new 2.0 Joker, the Batman, the Superman, who else did they do?
Wonder Woman,
the Flash,
Green
Wonder Woman, and then they've stopped. That's it.
What about Green Lantern?
Like they go really hard. Green Lantern was an older one, but he's still great. The most recent one was Harley Quinn, but they have no more announced. No more on the horizon.
No
nothing else
Martian
announced.
Manhunter? No Hawkman?
No Martian Manhunter. No Aquaman. No Hawkman. Yeah, no. I'm not sure why they haven't. Like, they've picked up the license. Clearly, they've paid money for it. They could do so much more with this comics license. A Hush version of Batman, accurate to that story. A long Halloween version of Batman.
Give us a Hush.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that we see more of the DC Comics line because I really like it. I think it's one of their strongest lines.
Roddick was sending me pictures yesterday from the Marvel version of that.
Oh,
and he loves it. Absolutely loves it.
Yes, I have the Marvel ones as well. Yep, I have those guys too. They are fantastic. I don't know if they're making any more. There's the instruction sheet for the base.
There's the instructions.
But yeah, I love those Clone Wars figures. I need them. Sideshow, please put them up on your website so I can pre-order them.
Mr. Tickletrunk says 3 enthusiastic gents who know their stuff discussing items of incredible craftsmanship. Put it in me veins.
I showed this to you, Rob, on our last stream, but as something arrived. Something very exciting that you will need in your bat cave.
Let me go full frame. I'm going to go full frame on Justin.
This is an early prototype that was sent to me by the company who made it, and it did arrive broken, and I had to repair it. And it's not perfect. It didn't come in a box or a special box or anything. No printing. It's just 2 brown cardboard boxes sandwiched on top of each other. So heavy. It's like 1,000,000 kilos.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to look. Look, hang on. You know what? Hang on, I gotta go back.
Oh my god, this is one of the heaviest things I have ever
just want to see
Send it to me.
It is beautiful.
Look at that.
This is the early prototype power cable. I assume it will be changed. It's a blue. It's it's a bit rough, but anyway, we'll ignore that part. The Batman is beautiful. The paint applications, the sculpt, the texture. It looks.
Look at that. It looks so good. Hang.
So
now wait.
For it to come out.
Yes.
Did you buy this outright as?
Yes.
Now what? Let me ask you this: when you're confronted with something, what makes what I'm asking is, when we buy these things, you can either buy them outright at once, or you can pay them over time because they won't come out for like 6 months or a year.
Sure.
What is somebody was talking? Justin, were you and I talking about this? What makes instant full purchase as opposed to paying it off over time? What does it have to be to get you to drop the entire amount of money on something?
Well, it's actually a bit of karma, because when I order from Sideshow, if it's for a pre-order, I'll normally just put the deposit on, and then when it releases, I'll pay the rest, the remaining amount, and then it'll get shipped. When I purchase from Toys Wonderland, I don't want that, because then I'd have loads of stuff just on constant pre-order or constant layaway. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I'm just like, no, this is something I'm going to sneeze. Ew. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
That's an anime sneeze if ever I heard one.
I know. I tried to tone it down. With something like this, I know, like, even with Sideshow, when it comes to something Batman related that's going to be a value add to my Batcave, then I just make an outright purchase. So when the Tumblr came back on for pre-order, that was just even though that was Sideshow, I just paid for it outright because I want to secure that MF right there. Secure it. I ain't having no stupid deposits and having them turn around and go, "Oh, we run out. Sorry." No. I'm paying for that MF and I'm keeping that MF right there for me.
By the way, I don't know.
I thought it looked so beautiful, and I really wanted to when a company that's a third party company as well, when they do something like that, I mean, that bat suit is fucking
Beautiful.
insanity. It's insanity at the level of detail on there. The cuts, the battle damage, the sculpt as well. It's so beautiful. It's just like you got to reward that company just there and then. You got to say, "Hey, I'm behind what you're making." You know, if you want to do a Robin next,
Oh yes.
in its casing.
In fact, I will contact them because obviously I've spoken to them to get this thing sent to me early. I will let them know that is something we want to see. Because if they can do the bat suit at this level of quality, I assume they could do that with Robin as well.
Would you want it with the painting, the
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, I want that too.
I mean, if they had a regular one, which was the painting,
Two options. Yeah,
and then if you had a deluxe one, which was the like an untarnished, so you could just have a Jason Todd, because that's
like a really vibrant colored one. Maybe.
Yeah, in this universe, that's actually meant to be Dick Grayson who got killed. So you could have a Jason Todd, and maybe even have a slight variant on the costume. You know, but if the variant was just a slightly more brighter color, palette, that would be fine for me. So you have a regular or a deluxe version with that. Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's also when it comes to paying stuff off or putting it on payment plans. I'm not sure if everyone knows this or if it's widely spoken about, but with Sideshow, if you pay it off straight away, you are immediate. As soon as it arrives in stock, you get sent that thing. But if you have it on a payment plan, even if you pay your last payment before that thing comes in stock, because you have it on a payment plan, you are at the very bottom of the last of the queue. So that's why, Rob, you are unfortunately still waiting for your in-game Captain America.
If they tell me that there aren't any more,
oh my,
I'm going to be done.
Oh my.
Hell
I'm
to
going
pay.
to be done with Sideshow.
Oh my,
because I have a lot of
Come on,
stuff
y'all.
on pre-order with them, and it's like I didn't realize that I go to the bottom of the queue. You know,
that is why.
I mean, I've been buying stuff from Sideshow for 15 years. Hot Toys figures from Sideshow for 15 years. As a matter of fact, you know what? My current account with them, people always love this when I do it on my show. Like, I've gone back and look at my Amazon buying list from like 20 years ago. Like, what was I buying from Amazon 20 years ago? Let's see. I'm going to go to Sideshow because I know I've had different accounts with Sideshow. I don't know how old this was. I'm going to check in, and I'm going to go. Let's go to Sideshow and find out what was the first thing that little Bobby B bought from Sideshow.
I'll tell you the first thing that I ever bought from Sideshow.
Oh, and it was
This.
Oh,
wait, hang on.
It was the armored Batman.
Let's see. Show it again. There we go. Bring it in. Bring it in a little bit more and pull it back a bit. Yeah, there we go. Wow.
That was technically the first thing. Now I had purchased a Jill Valentine in battle suit. By the way, did I say how great it was at Justin's quiz? That was amazing. And but that was purchased through
Yes, you
eBay.
were. That
was purchased through eBay, a seller through eBay. You see, so I wasn't even aware of, I don't think, Sideshow by then, until it kind of came through. But yeah, that was my first purchase.
Lovely.
And I've got 14 pages of fucking sales in this company.
Oh my god.
And that was purchased on September 18th, 2016.
Man, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know if I want to say this.
Hey! Yeah.
Hey.
Dude, I am so proud of my purchase history. My bank account isn't.
Oh, there's no even picture on the website anymore.
I have images from the Sideshow Con. If you would like me to send them to you, Rob.
Send them to me. Okay, there's not even a picture of this figure anymore. It's so embarrassing to even. Hang on a second here. I'm just gonna say what it is.
Do it.
Past 9.
It is. I'm gonna say what it is. The first thing that I bought on my current Sideshow account was on October 9th, 2009.
Say again.
The first thing that I bought on my current Sideshow account was I purchased it on October 9th, 2009.
Okay.
And it was from Medicom. And it was the sixth scale Johnny Depp as Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street or whatever.
Yay! I know, I'm joking.
The second
hey,
figure,
dude, what's wrong with that? You like your movie figures.
the second figure I bought in the same order was the T600 Hot Toys figure
From Terminator Genesis. Okay.
from
Okay,
I think that was actually from Salvation.
Oh, sorry.
Terminator Salvation.
Yes, with Christian Bale.
Yeah, I got, and then
And they had two versions, one with the skin mask and one without.
Yes, and then I look at things. Man, did I buy a lot of weird shit from Sideshow back in 2009?
As weird as this monstrosity. Which I love this thing. It is so weird, but I love it.
But now, where is this? Is this? I mean, this is Groot. This is Venomized Groot. Is this from a video game? Like, where did this come from?
It's from an animated series, but like this wasn't in that series, and it's not in the comic either. But it's like they've used the logo from the animated series on the display base, Spider-Man Maximum Venom. But this was not one of the characters in any of the media that was venomized, because this is very clearly Baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Like, he only exists in that film in this format. So they're just doing some weird stuff here, I guess, and he's the only one that was announced in this line. Like, there's a venomized Miles, and there's a venomized Captain America, and those I would have really liked to have seen. But we did get venomized Groot, and I don't care what people say, he is fantastic. He's been sitting on my desk ever since I reviewed him, and I think that's where he's going to stay.
Now, I got to say something that's pretty funny. When I went back and looked in my order history back to 2009 at Sideshow,
yes,
when I clicked on the figure, something actually pretty funny came up. And this is kind of why it says, this is funny. This is what happened. I just took a frame grab of it. It says, Thanos was victorious. The page or person you were looking for did not survive the snap. So that's pretty funny, I guess. And by the way, I still have that that Sweeney Todd, the barber of Fleet Street. I didn't realize that figure is now 12 years old. Mm-hmm. And that was when I think Sideshow. I bought things from Sideshow even before that, but I switched over and made myself a new account. 2009. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeesh.
Well.
I've got a thing. I've got an idea that I want to throw past you for my Batcave, but I can't find where they've vanished to. Where have they gone? I'm sure they're on the front page of Hot Toys a moment, not Hot Toys, Toys Wonderland a moment ago. And now they've vanished.
Hmm.
They had like a couple of 1 in 6 dinosaurs.
They did?
If I put...
yes, you need a T-Rex for your Batcave.
Yes, you do.
I need a T-Rex
and a giant
Batcave.
penny also. Oh my god, yes.
Exactly. So I'm thinking... Here we go. Well, no, we don't. I don't know where they've vanished to, but... Yeah, I mean, there's a 1,000-pound statue of a T-Rex, which admittedly would be a great size, but that's a lot to pay for, you know...
A set dressing item.
Yeah, a set dressing in the Batcave. But I'm sure there was like a 1 in 6. So I could do a 1 in 6 dinosaur, and I could do a 1 in 6. I could do a large penny. I'm sure I can get hold of a large penny.
Yeah. That should be fairly easy. You could get someone to 3D print that for you easily.
Yeah. I got somebody with a 3D printer as well. So
the hookup, as has the hookup.
So I need to put.
Yes, you do need that. You do need that. I think. Make that happen. I have sent you the images, Senor Burnett.
Oh, okay. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at my other orders from Hot Toys, and I'm looking at like the Hot Toys Odin. Do you know when I ordered the Hot Toys Odin? March 11th, 2011. That figure's 10 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah,
10 years
he's
old.
old.
The Christopher Reeve Superman, May 28th, 2011. 10 years old. The first Thor, June 26th, 2011. Captain America from First Avenger, June 29th, 2011. These are all figures that are over 10 years old.
Retro
That's
figures.
crazy.
Yeah.
So let's see what you've sent me, Justin.
We still never got that Loki from Thor 1. The, in my opinion, best costume design for Loki. I loved that blinged out gold armored Loki with the big helmet.
Big
He looked
helmet.
fantastic. We saw a little snippet of him in the trailer of the Loki show wearing that outfit, but they never put that in the show. I guess they canceled that or whatever reason they had.
It was on a bait and switch. Don't matter.
I guess it could have been. So yeah, unfortunately, we still have not got a Thor 1 version of Loki. I really love that design for him. Oh, by the way, I'm fully expecting to see Cyborg and both Loki figures at this Sideshow Con. I'm fully expecting to see them there.
You think Cyborg is going to get released?
Yes, I think Cyborg will be at Sideshow Con, and I think both versions of Loki will be there also.
Here we go for Cobb Vanth. There's the first of the Cobb Vanth photos. Obviously, it kind of looks, I have to say, that these, like you said, Justin, these are a little thrown together, if I do say so myself. They're really early. I mean, this is barely a prototype. So there's Cobb Vanth, and here's, it's not the Destroyer droid, but there's the heavy Super Battle droid. That is, again, this looks like somebody threw it together this morning, but okay. It's cool that it's there. And here's, of course, even Fennec Shand does not look like the picture that's in the Boba Fett, the first photos we had released. And it's not good. So I don't know what to make of this. No.
Very early prototypes, I think. She can't quite pull off the accurate pose, it seems. Yeah.
Those droids are definitely early.
Yeah, they're early.
The droids are a bit rough. But the sad part is, like, the regular battle droid, we've seen him, like, 2 years in a row now, and he looks exactly the same as he did 2 years ago. So I think they've taken him out of the prototypes that we aren't going to release draw and sent him on over to LA, held him together with a bunch of blue tack, put him on display.
Hey, if I get a Ming-Na Wen, is it Ming-Na Wen?
Yep. Ming-Na, yep.
If I get a Ming-Na Wen hot toy, I'm going to be very happy.
Oh, me too. She kicked ass in that show.
She's a geek goddess.
Yep.
She was great. Yes, indeed. By the way, Andrew Matthews says, It's a Gundam on Hot Toys. It's a Gundam.
I don't know if he would, because obviously he keeps his camera off.
But
So
I
don't know.
Couldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if we could arrange it, so he's got his point. Is he pointing at his Gundams? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Wear a Gundam hat or helmet of some kind.
I'll try. I'll talk to him. I'll try.
That would be cool. Manowar 665, the neighbor of the Beast, says, "Nice 1/6 figure as. Sorry about your penis."
So he's trying to say I've got a 1/6 scale penis. Thank you.
Hey man, as long as you know what to do with it, right?
Look, the guy's a 1 in 12 collector. I mean, you can just gotta laugh at him. You just gotta point and laugh. So.
Yeah, so he's taking shots at our 1/6 obsession. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
doesn't work though. Our friend S Beam says sculpting has been a great stress reliever for me. I hope to get my Red Dead Redemption 2 line done. I want the whole Vanderlyn gang. Just got more material to finish Rob's jacket. I'm almost finished. That's very exciting. I can't wait to see what he comes up with for me.
Oh, you got the Punisher, Iron Punisher.
I didn't. Did you?
No, Justin, I can see in the background.
Yeah.
I'm eyeing up his goods.
Let me bring him.
I'm really thinking about pulling the trigger on
God,
this.
he's so heavy. Okay. Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay, let's go go full frame on him.
Oh,
Look at that. That is a really beautiful figure. My God, look at that. So, Justin, what do you? I don't know if I've ever watched your review of this figure. I guess.
It's like a year or two, or maybe maybe a year and a half. I don't know. He's not new by any means, but he is one of me favorites. That's why he's behind me with next to his 1-to-1 helmet. But yeah, he is absolute recommend. Plus, now we have the armorized Deadpool coming. So you can have your armored Deadpool alongside your armored Punisher.
And Iron Strange.
Yes, and the Iron Strange. Oh god, it's so heavy. It is so
I
heavy.
thought that Iron Strange was embarrassing.
Oh, come on. That's from actual
I don't know. I thought that at
Embarrassing.
first, but now I've come around.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
based off
even
a
look
real.
at it. I can't even look at it. I know it's a real Infinity War concept design and all that kind of stuff, but there's a reason why it didn't make the movie, and quite a good reason, I think.
Oh, I like it. Oh, it's so weird and
can't.
wacky. As I said
It's like
before,
the gold spider suit. I'm just like, I'm already checked out of that film.
I can't wait to see what that's about. Some people are saying it's Wakandan tech or something. I think that just because it's black and gold, I don't think there's any Wakandan tech going on. I think it's some overlay that wraps.
That's pretty superficial. It looks like strange tech to me, but
It looks like wizardry.
some
to
sort
me
of
as well.
magic-y. Yeah.
It looks like it's gone over his upgraded suit. So because it's left the forearms red and black. So I'm assuming it's some kind of overlay. He probably wears it for 30 seconds, does whatever he needs to do, and then moves on. I've been told that
he does whatever a
multiple...
spider can.
I am saying that. Actually, I've got some interesting insight. So my 13-year-old sister is staying over. She was here before the lockdown started, so she ended up staying here. And I decided to show her the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films because, of course, she's young. She has never seen them.
Sure.
Because just in case Tobey shows up in No Way Home, I wanted her to know who this person is. So it was interesting to get her perspective on if these films hold up compared to the new one. And she had some very interesting things to say. First of all, she said she loves the swinging. She says in the Tom Holland films, there's barely any swinging through New York, and it's true. There's all swinging.
That's interesting.
He arrives at a place, and he's there, and he does his battle, swings around a bit during that battle, and then he takes a bus, or he runs, or he takes a plane, or he barely ever does any swinging in through New York. So she really loved that. That was a big part of those. We watched all three. Big part of those 3 films, the swinging, and she said, it still holds up. It looks great, even compared to what we have nowadays, because they did a lot of that swinging on set practical with a stunt double from harness and rope. But she said she absolutely hated any scene that was Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker.
Oh.
She said she could not stand him. But I was right there with her. I loved him when I was a kid. He was my Spidey. But watching those scenes again, they were so like really emotional moments. And he's standing there and he's like, and you're like, do something, react, have an emotion. And he's just like,
Toby,
he just
Then he
did
starts
nothing.
dancing.
So, and then, oh my God, that was today. We watched Spider-Man 3 and now take on this. And we were just like, oh my God, I cannot.
I
I
can't watch that. I can't watch it.
She said anything that wasn't him out of the mask, she loved it. The villain fights, the swinging. She said it looked way better than the modern stuff. And she grew up watching Tom Holland as that's her Spidey. So she really liked those parts, but she couldn't stand Tobey Maguire, which I found interesting because a lot of people see these as like through the rose-tinted glasses, like, oh, Tobey Maguire is the best Spidey, hands down. How long has it been since you've gone back and watched Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker? Because maybe, just maybe, it doesn't hold up as well as you might remember. So I was treated to those films. A lot of people say that Spider-Man 2 is like the best comic book movie of all time. I think I've heard John say that on your show with him multiple times. No, I don't agree with that at all. I'm sorry. Like there are some really, really, really good elements about it, but like just based on the main character's performance alone, I'm willing to say that it's not. So anyway, that's a discussion for another day, I'm sure.
I don't think it's the best superhero movie, but I think Spider-Man 2 is great fun.
It's a great film. Out of the trilogy, it's the best, guaranteed, hands down. But I would even argue that the first Amazing Spider-Man film is better. I really like that film. Yeah.
Suggests that might be the 1/10th scale Fennec Shan and Boba on the throne.
It is not. That one is unhelmeted, the 1/10th one. It is unhelmeted. That is the Hot Toys Fennec Shand, and it is sad that we are possibly entertaining the fact that it is the Iron Studios one, because that one is a lot cheaper. Price point is a lot lower than the Boba and Fennec from Hot Toys, although we don't know if Fennec will happen. We don't know.
I'm sort of on the fence about getting Boba on the throne, because if I get Boba on the throne, then I could use my Jabba. I could still use my Jabba base.
You have
to put the throne on top of the Jabba base, and then you could have the modern day.
That is
they're not going to have a Jabba
Boba.
just jabbering around. That's
you
a big
need
Jabba.
You need to. It's a must. It's an absolute must. That is the ultimate Boba Fett. I'm obsessed with Boba. So
I watched the video.
Me.
I know you're drooling over it.
Just ignore me. I'm too big of a Boba Fett fan.
It looks great, though.
Oh, man. Does it ever? Does it ever?
I like the repaint. I do love the organic look of the repaint.
I like that they called it repaint up. So the official term that Hasbro and Lucasfilm uses re-armored Boba Fett. That's the legit name. But Hot Toys was like, we're going to call it what it is.
Yeah, which is just a repaint. Yeah. It just looks like Boba got some Dulux. And then just literally went like that, That's what it looks like.
A friend of mine did say that
it's gone over layers of paint.
Yep, it's great.
Yep. It looks very real. So a friend of mine said that it doesn't look quite accurate to the show, because in the show it is very, very smooth. There's not that same texture, but I'm usually a stickler for accuracy. But when it comes to this, if you think about it, Boba's not going to be sitting down in the hull of Slave One, Boba Fett's starship, sanding for about 1 million hours to get his armor smooth before repainting it. I think he's just going to repaint it. So I think this is more accurate in the way that he would have done it. Anyway, it works for me. I like the texture. It looks great.
The only thing that I was sort of like, was the lights. There should be lights there, and they didn't look like there were lights there at all.
Yeah, no, they have. They've never done them, unfortunately. They've always done a sticker or a little painted-in section for Hot Toys Boba Fett. This would have been a good opportunity to do that, maybe, make the ultimate Boba, but they have not done it yet, unfortunately.
Stubble McShave says, an awesome sandwich on the screen. The filling seems to be melting through, though.
As is the meat, I suppose.
I am the meat, definitely. You guys are the potatoes. I've never had a meat and potato sandwich, by the way, just in case anyone's asking.
When
I'll
was
be
in
the bologna, and you can be the rye.
I like this comment from Jeff. Justin has a Boba fetish.
Yay!
Oh, I love that. When I was
when
I was at San Diego, there was this sandwich that I was absolutely in love with, and it was nothing special, but it was basically just a roll with meat, and then you dip it in this meat sauce thing.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell. Anyway, it was apparently something that y'all in America like. This, I forget what it was called, but anyway, it was fantastic. It was all I'd ever wanted in a sandwich. No bullshit. No, in Australia we put mayonnaise on everything, and it's disgusting, and I hate mayonnaise. But there was no rubbish, no pickles, no mayonnaise, no weird stuff. It was just bread and meat sauce juice thing, and it was fantastic. And I wish I knew what it was called, because I'll order it again next time I go to San Diego. But there, see, I don't hate America. I love your meat sandwich thing that you have there.
Justin, America, I like your meat.
Yes.
There you go.
Meat and hot dogs too. I like hot dogs as well. The Nathan's hot dogs, primo. Our hot dogs are all boiled here, and they taste literally, and I'm not exaggerating, they taste like nothing. Nothing. You could eat it, and you feel like you're just eating bread. You just taste the bread. The sausage tastes like literally nothing. So yeah, yes, there it is.
That sounds like an overcooked sausage.
French dip au jus. Yes, French dip. Yes, that is the thing. Thank you, everyone. It's the French dip. The meat sandwich has been discovered. French dip was it. And I don't think there's anything French about it, but I loved it.
There could be.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone in the chat, for
About as French
letting
as
me.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Thank you for letting me reminisce about when we could travel a million years ago, but now we are locked down in this island and we cannot leave.
What are you gonna do?
I will be a quiet prisoner and I will say no more.
Justin,
Just don't watch Me for Vendetta, otherwise you're going to cause all sorts of trouble.
Peter Pacheco wants to know something, Justin. On the payment plan with Sideshow, if you pay it off
even
early,
if you pay it early, you still are on the last end. As soon as you tick payment plan option, your order gets automatically filtered because it's just a one and done. So once it's been categorized in the later shipment, that's it. Like there's no way to readjust it and bring it back up, even if you pay it off early.
that's unfair.
It's a bit shit.
It just sounds like bullshit.
But the reason why they've done it that way is so that they don't have to implement any additional. Because imagine if they had additional layers to their database system, so that they had to, every time someone makes a payment, they reorganized it and they moved this one here and they moved this order from this shipment list to this shipment. There would be so much more in the back end. So they wanted to simplify it as much as they could, which in terms of customer experience isn't good, but in terms of the way that they're running their back end, the system, it's quite efficient because it's once one person collects payment plan, it's triaged into the later shipment, and then they don't have to do any additional processing or run any algorithms on anything like that. It's just straight up, there it is, and it's done. Which obviously, as I said, for consumer, it's rubbish.
Does Toys Wonderland do the same thing? Because
no. Toys Wonderland,
they employ a third-party company that takes in their money.
Correct. So it is done through partial.ly, and it's the exact same as a normal order. It's just handled through a third party, so they don't have to do any of the back-end stuff like Sideshow does. And some people are telling me I'm wrong. I promise you, it is absolutely correct. I've heard this from an employee, not one of the people in the chat call center, who make up whatever they want to make up when you speak to them at the time. I've heard this literally from someone who worked in head office and was quite a big name for the company. So absolutely, it is true what I'm telling you. You don't have to believe me. It's totally fine. But from what I've been told, it is absolutely correct. They may have changed it now, but I doubt it because Rob is still without his end game.
I can't believe you haven't got your Captain America, man.
Captain America.
I've had mine for how long? A couple of months now.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Where is our
And what did I
boys?
do? I just put a deposit on it and then paid the rest when it came in stock.
So did I.
Yep.
And mine's paid off.
Cap for Rob. Hashtag Cap for Rob. That's our new hashtag.
Have you got to call them
movement.
up? When's the last time we called them up about it?
I called him up a couple weeks ago because I asked about Moducases cases too. I got Moducases cases that I paid off.
Yeah.
Thanos is paid off. So much stuff's paid off.
They need to start releasing some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Hot toys.
Well, we'll send the right stuff.
My Jazz Inc. Millennium Falcon cockpit was
recently.
paid off in May of 2020.
Ooh, that thing is a beast. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, but it's 14 months later.
Ryan Kirkwood is in the chat and he said, Rob's face is just pain. Yes, it is, Ryan. Yes, it is.
Oh.
Ryan is in the house, the photo whiz, the Imperial spy that managed to sneak his way into Echo Base. Yes.
I gotta say, I'm not a massive fan of the film, but I do really like the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow.
The ultimate.
In the black suit.
It's so
With
good.
the split cut
looks
ankle
great.
design.
Mm.
She can move her ankles now.
Yeah, because that's basically the end game, but better.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very
yeah.
similar.
But
Very
better,
similar.
yeah. But better, yeah.
But better. Yeah, exactly. But better.
And
I've
I've ordered
gray on the suit.
Taskmaster.
Yes.
Now I haven't. Now in my universe, this is not Silly McWoman. This is the original Taskmaster, and the way that I'm going to set it up is we discussed this on a stream. I'm going to have, because we created our own Black Widow film, which was 10 times better. And we're going to set up to have Taskmaster fighting Hawkeye and Black Widow, where Hawkeye and Black Widow, because they keep fighting each other to a standstill, and Taskmaster is mimicking what they're doing, have swapped weaponry to confuse Taskmaster, because now he's fighting a Black Widow holding the bow. She's going to be holding
That's cool.
Hawkeye's bow and arrow.
That is cool.
Hawkeye's going to have the two, sticks.
Widow sticks.
Yeah, the Widow sticks, and Taskmaster's going to be kind of like, trying to stop between two with the shield up on one, and so that's how we're going to do that one, because our film was just in Budapest, and how Hawkeye and Black Widow didn't kill Black Widow and recruited her.
I am hoping that Red Guardian makes it into production. Someone said to me in the chat of that Red Guardian preview video that they really like Elseworlds, other country versions of main characters like Captain Britain, and in this instance, like a Soviet version of Captain America who's a super soldier. Who wouldn't want that? And I personally really like David Harbour in the film. I thought he was fantastic, as he always is. So I am hoping that we get that. And someone said, imagine swappable lower faceplates with the beard for different expressions. And you just pull the beard out and the whole thing comes down and you switch the mouth. That'd be awesome as well, with his, crazy angry mouth with the grill and the, dirty, filthy teeth. I hope that they make him, and I hope that happens. And he was shown with accessories. He had the shield.
Yep.
He had a couple of hands laid out there. So he was shown with parts and pieces. So I do think he is further along than some of the ones that we're seeing at SideshowCon.
Mr. Rhino says he'll take all the women out of it. No, Mr. Rhino, I take the fake gender swap characters out of it. That's what I do.
Although, I did like the methodology, the fact that, that Taskmaster, I mean, it was, in the context of the film, I think it kind of worked.
If you go back to Avengers 1, and Loki is doing that monologue to Black Widow, and he's saying, your ledger must be dripping with red. He says, something, Dracov's daughter, something, your ledger must... So this Dracov's daughter thing has been a thing since 2012 in that first Avengers film, and now they've sort of brought it back. I personally didn't really have an issue. Maybe I'm just not attached to Taskmaster as you are, but for me, Taskmaster still did everything that the character needed to do, still had the mimicry, still, could do the same things. So for me, I was satisfied, but I totally get why it wasn't for a lot of people. A lot of people are complaining.
I still think it would have made more sense if it wasn't a Dracov's daughter, if it was Dracov's son, and Dracov's son was trained in the same way that Dracov has trained the widows, because that would have been
pigeonholed themselves on that.
I think that would have been the slight tweak, because you've got all the widows that are just doing all widow stuff, and then you've got Taskmaster, which is just technically another widow mimicking widow stuff.
I will say this too. After seeing like Red Sparrow, the movie where Jennifer, where she basically plays a Black Widow for real.
Yes,
I understand it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the idea that widows are also masters of seduction, and that's part of their tool set. Which is one of
but modern day sensibilities say that can't happen, Robert.
Yeah, I know. But I think that was, why do you think they get hysterectomies?
Exactly. Because if they use sex as a tool, you don't want a pregnancy to get in the way.
Right, and that's part of the training, and I do feel that, and I know that would go into a very much darker arena, but I think that also Taskmaster, they needed another action sequence in the middle of the film, where it would have been kind of like that action sequence in Winter Soldier, where Winter Soldier, when the highway
on the bridge?
scene on the bridge, where we could have seen.
There were already too many sort of mirrors towards Winter Soldier, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but I would have loved to another fighting sequence, like maybe in an urban environment, because when Taskmaster was, I wanted to see more hand-to-hand combat. Like maybe another great hand-to-hand combat scene where you could have seen Yelena and Black Widow fighting in tandem, where you could see that the Black Widows were. I liked when you saw Yelena until she got dosed. I like to see multiple characters working tactically together to achieve a goal, and I really liked that scene when they were going after that container. And I would love to have seen, because we saw that great. I liked the fight between Yelena and Black Widow, but I would have liked to have seen them rather
That was
than
a
being
pretty
chased.
visceral fight.
Yeah.
Like that part where she flings Black Widow into the that double glass door, and she sort of bounces off the frame of the door. I felt that. I was, damn.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that was.
but it's a shame Black Widow didn't, because nothing hurt her in the film.
Yeah.
She's falling
But,
off
like-
rooftops. She's smashing through the sky. She's smashing through exploding buildings, landing from God knows. Nothing is phasing this person. It's like, this is meant
We
to
can't
be.
quite have her die. You gotta
No, but this
have
is meant
her.
to be the sort of. This is meant to be the grounded character, and that's why I thought the beginning bit was really kind of interesting when they were escaping from the US, and they'd done their little bit, and they're getting chased down by Shield or CIA or whoever is chasing.
I'll put it
them
this
down.
way: I believed it more than the last Fast and Furious film that I sat down in a cinema to watch.
You're talking to somebody who hasn't even bothered to see one Fast and Furious film.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I don't.
Unless they
I'm
go
not,
to space, in which case I'm there.
maybe because I'm younger, I don't have the attachment to the comics and the originals, etc. All I know is that I was sitting in the cinema with my 13-year-old sister and my 16-year-old sister, and I looked over at them, and they were having the best time of their lives. They were watching these powerful female characters kicking ass on screen, and they freaking loved it. And I was like, you know what? That's all that matters. If they're having a great time, I'm happy. And my dad was there.
Shouldn't everyone be having a good time?
No, but I mean, even my dad was sitting there, and he teared up at certain moments. And he's my dad. He's usually pretty, reserved. And he was at the start when the daughters were being separated from the dad, and he was tearing up. So he loved it too. So, I mean, it's a dangerous line to cross, I guess, when it comes to how they handle characters that people really like Taskmaster, I suppose. But we'll see. Taskmaster, I assume, will be back.
The good news is, Justin, you've got
Yes.
plenty coming for your sisters, because that's all that's coming. That's all.
Well, I
that's
mean, you
coming
got.
from
I mean, I'm
Marvel.
I'm looking really forward to
strong
Sean.
woman after strong woman after strong woman after male made
We
to
do
look
have,
like a buffoon.
But Shang-Chi,
After Kevin
Shang-Chi.
Feige coming out and
Yes.
saying we removed
Shang-Chi.
Iron Man because she don't need no man, even though the whole moral of the freaking film was about family and reconnecting. Even though they said didn't put Doctor Strange into WandaVision because they didn't want a white man telling Wanda how to use her powers. This is where we are with Marvel. Congratulations, Marvel.
But hang on, we do have.
your shows into fucking intersectional feminism shite.
But we do have. I mean, I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi a lot.
Good luck.
I love that
Me
character,
too.
that comic growing up. I loved the Paul Gulacy Doug Mensch story. Doug Mensch later went on to write Moon Knight, which I also love.
Simu Liu. I love Simu Liu from Kim's Convenience.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's great, and also they've got a lot of the mythology. I mean, how are they going to deal with Kunlun, the city of Kunlun, and having Tony Leung, the I used to say Liang, I was corrected. It's one syllable. Tony Leung, a native Chinese speaker, corrected me, which I'm happy to hear, because if I can't pronounce something correctly. So Tony Leung, who's one of my favorite actors in the world today, he's playing, of course, Shang-Chi's father, and I can't wait. He's
I saw a fan edit trailer where they edited in Paul Sung-hyung Lee from Kim's Convenience as the dad, and they used all of the fight scenes from Kim's Convenience in the Shang-Chi trailer, and it was the best thing that I've ever seen. I loved it. Bob Dylan sent it to me. Bob Dylan, if you're here, can you put the link in the chat? Because that video was hilarious. I loved it. It was fantastic. But yes, Shang-Chi, I'm really excited. Oh, Shang-Chi. I'm really, really excited to see Shang-Chi. I mean, we've got a comic book movie, at least one comic book movie per month, almost. If you count No Time to Die, if that actually comes out. We've got Suicide Squad in August. September, we've got Shang-Chi. October, we've got No Time to Die. October, we've got... Is it Eternals in October, or is that November?
it's November.
November.
It's November, and then in December we've got No Way Home, and October is Venom. So we've got like one comic book movie or more per month, and I'm all in on the hype. We've got Snake Eyes this week, not for us unfortunately, but for other places in the world who get to go out and watch it. So yes,
not
it's a
you.
good time to be not me, unfortunately. It's a good time to be a film fan, let me just say.
It is a good time to be a film fan. Shane O'Reilly sends in a hot dog sticker. And also a sleepy face sticker,
Justin face.
and also a mustache.
A connoisseur.
Is that what that is? A
Apparently,
connoisseur
Yeah,
sticker.
it's a connoisseur.
Apparently, Sideshow are showing some more stuff, so I am quickly going onto their page to see if that is true.
More breaking
They
news.
are. They are
Yeah.
currently showing the Endor version of the Scout Trooper with speeder bike. I'm going to mute them because I do not want to hear them speaking.
Scout Walker, that's what you want.
It looks like they're just showing Star Wars again. So we're looking at Iron Studios now. They've just shown the diorama and the Scout Trooper. I will keep an eye on it while we are chatting in case they show Cyborg or any of the other cool stuff that we are hoping to see.
I think it's just the Star Wars collection. It's going to be just the Star Wars collection. Isn't
Maybe
it?
today is just Star Wars Day.
It doesn't say anything about. I thought that too, but then it doesn't say any. Yes, people in the chat are saying, "Is it just Star Wars?" Or
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I am blocked from the Sideshow Facebook page.
What?
I cannot comment. You cannot comment. It says
that
above
true?
thing. Yes, it is true.
Did you know that was the case until just now?
No, I did not until just now.
Wow.
Wow, 34 comments, but I cannot comment.
Wow.
It literally says
Dude.
you cannot comment on this post.
Why?
But other people, there are 34 other comments, and people are still going. Wow, I have been blocked.
This is
Wow.
this
Wow.
is so petty. It's pathetic.
It is so unnecessary. I have not commented on their page saying anything nasty ever. It's just not who I am. I wouldn't publicly come out and say anything mean to them on their page. But anyway, if that's the way they would like to handle things, then
So they're showing the Baby Yoda right now, yeah? God, that Baroness looks fucking awesome. The 1 in 6 G.I. Joe Baroness.
This
is
is the
it from Snake Eyes?
I know, because she's got the
Maybe.
longer hair. She's got the shorter hair in Snake Eyes movie, hasn't she?
They're currently showing the Iron Studios Grogu on Rock.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing.
Yes,
So,
with the smoke trails around him.
So can I comment? I'll have
You
to log
should
in to comment, yeah.
Yes, you will.
So I'm gonna reactivate my
Oh
my heel versus babyface fan page. Oh, and it's not let me yet.
Still showing this Grogu. I was really hoping we were about to get a sneak peek of a Cyborg or a Loki or 2 or 3, maybe. I don't know. But I think you're right, guys.
Wait.
I think it's just Star Wars.
Wait a minute. This is another? Wait a minute. This is another Mandalorian figure with a heavy weapon and a. Oh, this has to be a Japanese.
That is the quarter scale one.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone in the chat. We are.
Wow, there's a
we
lot
are
of. They're
currently-
showing Ahsoka Tano. I'm looking through this.
Yes.
Wow.
Nothing. I wouldn't say anything groundbreaking, really. If they had shown, I'm trying to think of what they could have shown that would have been really, really, really exciting from Star Wars, because we've kind of seen, I guess, if we had seen a C-3PO finally, that would have been really cool, because everyone's been asking for a C-3PO for a very long time now, but still no C-3PO.
They put up a Rey premium format figure because that's something I'm clamoring for.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yes. Even I Even I, someone who enjoyed the sequel films for what they were, I would not buy any more sequel trilogy merch. I'm just so burnt out.
It says your account is temporarily unavailable due to a site issue.
That says that to
Please
you?
yeah. Please try again in a few minutes.
Well. Well. Either way, they are, I think, done with this table now. Let's see behind you, folks, because I know you've got some more stuff.
I got just one more thing I'm going to quickly show off.
Oh, yes, let's see.
My channel's it's a little bit running behind, but it'll get there hopefully before the end of the month. But when I got the Lego blacksmith, which is just behind me there, there was talk that they might do a Lego castle.
Oh.
Now, I was hoping for a huge castle. No. But they did do a Creator 1 in 3 castle.
That's cool.
Or 3 in 1, I should say. So you can, if you wanted to, get 2 or 3 of these if you really wanted to. And have all 3 different designs that can come with it. Or just go with the classic type of castle mode that they've got. But yeah, this is just another lovely little Lego piece. I love my castle Lego. I cannot
assume, as you've seen the UCS gunship, I assume, is that something you are curious about? Will you be picking up that big boy?
It's huge.
It is massive.
It is massive.
Yes.
Yeah, God, it's so tempting.
I really want it, but it's too big.
It's just like, where? I'm gonna have to put it on the roof of the house.
Yeah, it's
And that's
so big.
It's not gonna
They
work.
also made a bit of a boo-boo. They printed the Imperial logo on the box rather than the Republic logo.
Oh, oops.
So they are having to do a fix mid-batch, and they will be changing that.
By the way, Manowar665, Neighbor of the Beast, says, see, Justin, today was Az's turn. We musicians know how to spread the love, and you're welcome to our
Merkins.
meet. Is it Merkins?
Merkin.
Yeah.
Because it'd be MERI, because I think the placement of the I missed.
The placement is incorrect.
Yeah, that's why it threw me off. We Americans know how to spread the love, and you're welcome to our meet anytime.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, there was a bit of confusion. I didn't say that I hate America. I just said that I have a preference in terms of holiday destination. So, Americans, I love you. You're all fantastic. Your country is great. But forgive me for having a preference when it comes to my holiday destination. That was a rough stream for your boy. Tired, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I just want to log in.
I do love coming to America, but I also love my trips to Hong Kong, the figure capital of the planet. And I'm sure you'll all agree that it is a fantastic holiday destination. Well worth checking out because you have 4 official Hot Toys stores to check out.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Sorry, Facebook is... this is why I'm not on... Whoa. This is one of the reasons I'm not on Facebook. I hate the fucking thing. But this is... It's just not letting me... I'm trying to reactivate my fan page, and it just keeps going, no, we got a site problem. You haven't got a site problem. You got a stupid problem.
Oh, I think we're moving on from Iron Studios. We are turning... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. We're still on Iron Studios.
Oh.
One moment. We're looking at the last thing on the Iron Studios table, and I'm hoping they whip that camera around, and we see a cyborg, and we see a Loki. Or, a Loki of some kind.
Again, it just keeps saying account temporary unavailable because of...
it was not meant to be as...
I don't care. That's as much effort as I want to put into Facebook ever in my life. There we
Perfect. Go. Sorted. Okie dokie.
Flip it round, ladies. Come on, flip it round. Let's see what you got behind you.
Brewy Survives says, Justin doesn't hate America, but he does want the Red Guardian. Looking a little suspect. Looking a little suspect.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it. Yeah, okay. I'll take that one.
You got him. Checkmate.
You got me there.
Checkmate. Do I? Of course, I
Do we
can't
have an
say
Australian Captain America? Do we have a green and yellow Guardian?
green and yellow Guardian.
Green and gold, sorry.
The Wombat.
Yeah, do we have
Australia.
Captain Wombat?
The Kookaburra.
We've got Captain Boomerang, but he's a bit of a yobbo.
Nice yeah.
Not quite the same, unfortunately.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
I'm curious. We've got Suicide Squad coming out shortly.
Yes.
How many figures do you think that they might be manufacturing from Suicide Squad?
I think
we know we're getting King Shark.
Maybe. That's a maybe. That one's a maybe. I think we'll get 2 Harley Quinns.
Oh, God.
Well.
And that's it.
That's it.
Actually, Harley Quinn
not an Idris Elba.
I think they were burnt by the last Suicide Squad film, and this is the way Hot Toys thinks. Whether it's obviously it's complete rubbish. This film's done by a completely different director, James Gunn. Fantastic track record with these kind of films. The reviews are already coming in; they're raving about it. But they would have had to have started production on these prototypes months and months and months ago. And if you look at it from Hot Toys' overly cautious perspective, like they didn't make a Shazam figure, and that film I already knew. That film was going to be great. But they were burnt by Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad and the first Wonder Woman film because those figures didn't sell amazingly well. That's why they only made Training Armor Wonder Woman from that solo movie, not the red suited one, because they were being burnt over and over again by DC films. Whether or not they have decided to go out on a limb and make a Bloodsport Idris Elba figure, and a Rick Flag, Joel Kinnaman figure. I would love to see that also, by the way. Captain Boomerang. I think we'll get Harley. And I think King Shark is a very likely one because it seems like an easy one to produce. Only like 3 or 4 parts. Just the body, arms, legs, and hands. There doesn't look like there's any articulation at all, really. Just swivels. I think that's a possibility. But aside from that, not many.
By the way, Sideshow did just announce. I just got an email from them. I got an email from Sideshow. They're teaming up with a company called Pedestal Source that are making pedestal display bases, which is actually something that I've always kind of been interested in. I will show you a picture that was in the email that I just received, and they're going to just comes through. They're going to be showing these. Here it is. They're going to have a conversation with the company that makes these Pedestal Source tomorrow during their Sideshow Con, and this is definitely something. I mean, these are cool, especially if that one is on the left is illuminated. That's definitely something I would love to get, something along those lines. I mean,
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, put the Infinity Gauntlet on that. Have it light up. Come on, that'd be pretty dope.
We're looking at some 3-0 figures now, by the way.
Oh.
On the Sideshow Day 1 Part 2 Con 2021 tour. We are looking at a Game of Thrones dude named Bill. I just made that name up. I have no idea what his name actually is.
Oh, by the way, somebody who's talking about the Fantasy Queen, I've already got one from another company. My invoice came through a few days ago, and I paid it off. But I might get the other one, the one with the other thing. Yeah. Hey guys, I got fucking ripped off from China.
What?
So I ordered 2 figures from China, 1 in 6s from China. I thought I'd take a risk. We'll see. We'll take a risk.
Did they send you a Crazy Toys knockoff?
No. Even better. This is one of these Serene Hound figures. Even Toys Wonderland has got the latest one of this Serene Hound. And so I got an email, not an email. I got an update saying we're shipped. Your figure has shipped. So I've waited a bit, and then it's arrived. It arrived in obviously I can't show you, but it's arrived in a package like that, and this is what was inside.
Just that.
With a VIP eBay card, and a letter saying, "Oh hi, we got money." No, a letter saying, "Oh, we got your pre-order, but the pre-order is going to be later, so we decided to ship fuck all out on your actual eBay order to look like we've shipped your fucking order because we're a bunch of con artists."
Wow.
So I'm just putting this immediately into eBay's hands. I contacted them. I said, "Give me my money back, you fucking rip-off merchants." And they were just like, "No, this is for pre-order. You got to pre-order. It's just going to take longer to come in. I really look forward to hearing from you soon." And I'm going to be like, "You've used the actual order itself to ship a nut in a fucking piece of wool. So no, you have dishonestly abused that. Give me my money back. Give me my money back for the other order as well, and jog on, you massive con artists." And I will have to see how I can acquire these. Definitely not going direct to China ever again. I'll tell you that for now. But yeah, complete rip-off merchants.
Wow.
God damn it.
Those
Yeah. I'm just gonna bring up my eBay because I've got to slightly calm down before I respond to it. Otherwise, it's gonna
Yes, good call.
Fuck you fucking.
We're having a very.
Hey, it could have been worse, as
heated
they might
day
not have
today.
sent you anything at all.
Hi, because of what you ordered as a pre-sale product, we got a message from the supplier a few days ago. What do you mean a few days ago? You sent this in the post. You sent this in the post like 3 weeks ago. And it's so a few days ago. Oh, that's coincidence. He said that the order volume exceeded his forecast, so the production schedule may be delayed according to the latest pre-sale. In this case, we'll send you the first of free gifts. We sent you the first of a free gift, and not on a freaking piece of wool. Blah 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 blah. If you have not agreed to the solution by July 23rd, which I think is when I can put it into YouTube's hands, you can ask you to. Yeah, that's YouTube. eBay saying if you haven't agreed by 23rd of July, you can step in with us. And I'm going to go, yep. So I'm just going to wait. I've got to wait 4 days and then just step in and just go, eBay, it's over to you. And then eBay will completely side with me on that one. You can't abuse the YouTube delivery system and use it to say that you've shipped the item that you don't ship. Yeah.
Do not do that.
So they've already breached eBay terms of service by doing that.
Benson sent in a super chat and says, "Robert, I honestly thought you'd invited Jacob Collier onto your stream. Justin is his twin. Thinking of you and referencing John Schnepp's anniversary." Well, today, for those of you who don't know, today marks the 3rd anniversary of the passing away of John Schnepp, the man who brought me onto YouTube. I streamed with him for 3.5 years on Collider Heroes, along with John Campia and a number of other great people, such as Amy Dallin and Coy Jandrew and people like Jay Washington and Comic Book Girl 19 and so many other people. I first streamed with the great Bill Sienkiewicz on that show, and John passed away 3 years ago. Today, he was 1 day younger than me, and it was pretty shocking. So, and it was during, Comic-Con. So, very sad.
Yeah, man.
So we must remember the late, great John Schnepp. And I wouldn't be here with you, lovely gentlemen, had I not started streaming in April of 2015. If only I'd started my own YouTube channel, I'd have as many subscribers as you two. But I was a little bit behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yeah, I still agree gravy, baby.
So thanks for streaming with me on my small
Hey,
channel.
you just hit 40,000, dude. That's what you're doing right.
I'm doing all right. Doing it for 2.5 years. It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's a long, hard road, but worthwhile. And I met the two of you because of YouTube. As a matter of fact, I was like a fan of Justin. We did Justin impressions in this household before I knew Justin. And not in a bad way, in a loving way. Because Elizabeth's like, why are you so obsessed with this guy? And I'm like, it's not him, it's his work. It's his work, honey. It's his work. He's a very handsome man, but it's the work he does. That's what I liked. And now we're all streaming
Although
together.
someone did recently say on one, because my live stream thumbnails, I have a picture of me smiling usually, and I put the stuff around me. Someone said, "Is that just your face, or do you put on that cringy look for every thumbnail?" And I was like, "Wow, okay." So now my face is an issue also.
You know what, dude? I
Yeah.
would like to speak in favor of those thumbnails because they put a smile on my face. They make me
Thank you.
smile. You are sharing the joy, and if nothing else, that's what we do here. Is we celebrate, we yub-nub it up. We celebrate the love. Celebrate the love. We
Yes.
we're all clapping like Lando.
Yeah.
At the end of Return of the Jedi.
We're just
He's
wobbling like Ewok.
totally offbeat. He doesn't know what song he's clapping to, but he's still happy. He's still happy.
Yeah. They'll change the music for the special edition as well.
Yeah, if you don't understand that reference, you're just not as happy as we are. So
Yeah.
look, when life gets you down, just remember, clap like Lando Calrissian at the end of Return of the Jedi. Because it works for every opportunity. You don't even have to hear the song. Just keep on clapping with that big smile on your face.
Where is that Lando, by the way? The Bespin Lando was announced months before our friend here. And Captain Rex and Ahsoka from Clone Wars and about 3 million other figures were announced before him, but he's here now.
Was that announced by Hot Toys?
Correct. The Bespin City Administrator Lando, I think they call him, in his beautiful cape with the yellow lining, which is very regal. Now we're looking at statues on the sideshow thing. Come on, show us the good stuff.
Sideshow with their foul. I'm telling you, black
good
action
stuff.
figure lives matter. You racists. I want my Lando.
I don't know if this is good or bad, but on my desk I've just got a set of black hands.
Is that from your skiff guard? Is that from Lando's skiff guard?
No, this is from the Omniscient.
Oh, the Omniscient. By the way, someone did comment rightly in one of the... or I don't know if it was rightly, actually, but Marvel doesn't really own the name Heimdall because it's part of mythology or whatever, so they technically could have just written Heimdall on there. But then again, it is that specific character, so then I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's right. He's an old Norse, Greek, whatever the hell mythology he's from. Maybe they could have just printed Heimdall on there, but... Anyway, Omniscient is his name.
They probably just didn't want the hassle, just in case.
Yeah.
Correct. And they have about 3 million other companies that they operate under also. So they probably have experience in this arena.
It's true.
But we are still looking at not the other side of the booth. Come on, Sideshow, turn the camera around. We want to see what you have.
Yes, we do.
Shows your tits.
Oh my
show.
god.
What?
It's not that kind of show,
Okay.
sir.
Would you like me to take down my Vampirella? Because I can do that.
No. How dare you, sir?
I just want to point out, she is right here, and she is scantily clad, Come on now. I don't want to get untoward here, but I would really like that Lando
It's
Calrissian.
hot here, and I just want them to get on with it.
I pre-ordered that figure, and I really want it.
Please release some toys, hot toys, because what happens is when you don't release toys, people get sick of 1/6 scale, and then they move on and do other important things in their life. And I want them to go back to doing the unimportant things, which is watching my videos.
Oh, Justin,
So-
I've got a question for you. I've actually got a
Yes,
question
sir.
for you. What the
Yes.
hell do I do with my Toys Wonderland points?
Oh, I don't know if they have announced this or not, or if I'm allowed to, but I'm going to do it anyway. They are currently revamping their entire website top to bottom. It's a couple of months out, but their new reward system program apparently will be similar to how Sideshow does it. That's what they're aiming for. So you'll be able to take it off orders, I think, just take it off dollar figure off orders rather than redeeming it for promo codes, which I think is how it works now. But I would just maybe hang on to them until they revamp the system, and then you could probably use them more effectively, I would imagine. I think that's it for Hot Toys. I don't think they have any more Hot Toys, to be honest. Maybe I was talking out of my ass when it came to Loki and Cyborg.
Oh my
I
god!
I think I just, because they did a quick little pan around the room, and all I've seen is a bunch of statues. Unless they have another room, which is possible, but I doubt it.
Wow. I was
It's a
hoping
bit of a
to
poor
see that
showing.
Cyborg.
Just all Mandalorian. Well, I mean, I love Mandalorian as much as the next guy, but where's this Cyborg?
It's hard to say. I don't know.
Where is this Cyborg?
But gents,
Come on. Yes, sir. It is early.
we've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
Oh, yes.
Can you believe
Shane
it?
O'Reilly's got a super chat for you, brother.
Shane O'Reilly says, "Sorry, gents, I missed the start. Can you go back?"
Sure, we'll restart.
That's the
Restart
beauty.
screen now.
That's the beauty. You can always thank God for YouTube.
You can replay.
You can replay. So wait, let's go back to Az. I want to ask you about your second channel. When I know you talked about it a little earlier. Give us a little bit more dirt on your second channel. When is it going to be?
Yeah, it's hopefully going to be out, open, ready before the end of this month. Just a couple of snags which I've hit, which I'm sorting out. It's nothing big. It'll be dealt with soon. And that's going to deal with all my sort of like hobby interests, everything that I love, from 1/6s to Lego to Warhammer 40k, build streams, somewhere where you can just be nerd, you know. Something just positive, something that's just going to be the stuff that I like to talk about. You know, probably the most negative thing would be on there was just like, I wish this figure had a slightly better costume than it did, but it doesn't. You know, type of business. Like when we talk about Hot Toys and we talk about, you know, what we like about them, what we, you know, would like, not necessarily dislike, but would change about them, tweak about them, etc. And yes, that hopefully should be done before the end of July. It's opening like middle of July. Looks like the end of July. So we're not massively behind schedule by any stretch. And then I thought instead of just trying to have everything ready for it, I thought it'd be interesting maybe to even start the channel like before the module case has even been built, because then you could have the whole aspect of going through the build process of a module case. What a module
People want to
case
see
has,
that
'cause,
for sure.
yeah, that whole area here, that's just going to become the arts and crafts area.
Yeah, people want to see
so
that.
I thought that would be more of an interesting thing to do. And then, you know, once that's done, then it can just stuff can start getting up there.
Oh, yes.
Can I just
Yes.
point out? I just want to point out that on Justin's channel, his review of the Mark 85 figure from Hot Toys has 2,528,883 views.
Nice.
That makes me very happy.
That's just the dream. That's my dream, Ray Kinsella. Like if you're a Field
Yet
of Dreams
Hot
fan.
Toys do not like me. I feel so
I will
unloved.
only
All
be
I do
doing
is love
Hot
your
Toys
toys.
on my channel.
Has
no
has
third party.
anyone, any other YouTuber, does any other YouTuber have a video about a Hot Toys figure that exceeds 2,500,000 views?
Yes, actually. The review spot has a review on Homecoming Spidey, and his channel, I think, is maybe a little bit smaller than mine, or maybe around the same size. Anyway, he had the perfect storm of a very viral-looking thumbnail. Anyway, 38 million views.
Holy shit.
What on
Yeah.
a Hot Toys? Wow.
Yes, but I think that was because if you saw the video, if you search on YouTube Hot Toys Spider-Man, you'll probably see it. It's like his title is "How Realistic is the Hot Toys Spider-Man?" and he's got a picture of like him holding the mask next to the figure's head, and it looks weird and like really real, but also weird because his hand is there. And anyway, it was in that right headspace of being clickbaity and also a really good video. But aside from that, I don't think so.
That's amazing.
But Hot Toys do work with YouTubers. In fact, they did one of their lead designers in South Korea did an interview on a YouTube channel, but it was a South Korean YouTube channel. They only let Hong Kong-based YouTube channels in for press events. So Toy Zone D is one, Toys TV is one, and they're smaller channels than myself. And also pop stars get a lot of special treatment by Hot Toys. So a couple of bloggers and influencers and pop stars got the Neon Tech Mark 50 already at the event. They were given it as a gift for free. And these people are like maybe 2,000 followers on Instagram size, roughly.
Wow.
Ryan kept sending me messages joking. He kept saying, "Is your back hurting?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like from carrying the Hot Toys convention coverage. And he would just send one of those messages every now and then as we put up about 50 figure preview videos for the Hot Toys Summer Showcase event. Yet they didn't want us to come in. Yes.
Benson's says he hopes that Az shows us his nut collection from China.
I think, sadly, I might be doing that soon by the looks of it.
And then S. Beam says he hopes to get that many views on his channel one day, hopefully on the finished Justin figure.
Oh, yes, I've seen the early sculpt, and it has as people have said, my cringy grin. And I love it. Get over it, people. My grin may be cringy, but it's my real face. I can't do anything about it.
I love it.
Everyone's a critic, dude. Everyone's a critic.
Everyone's a critic.
Well, boys, I got to go do another stream.
Yeah.
I got to go do bed.
I got to do melt.
Yeah, I got to, and then I got to drive to an interview later. I have to cross town. I have to go further west than I've gone in 18 months.
Life is peaceful there.
I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting. But so I'm going to bring an end to Fully Articulated episode 16. I want to thank everyone who joined in here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you in all of its myriad forms. Whether you, by the way, you can write us letters. I'll read them on the show. If you would like to write a letter, it's free of charge. You can send it to my website, theburnettwork.net, where there's a lot of content on that website, but you can send me a letter. You can send Az or Justin letters, and I will read them aloud. Or if it's addressed to Az or Justin, I'll make them read it aloud here on this channel. I want to thank my unbelievably patient moderators. Today we've got Brian Hepburn, Louise X. Sparrow from the UK. Brian Hepburn is also here. I don't know how many. Obviously is here. I don't know. I can't see back that far, but other people like Purple Valkyrie when she pops in, and lots of other folks. Brian Hepburn using the John Schnepp emoji that we have here. So I want to thank my moderators for doing the great job, and for all of you who support the channel via Super Chats and tips, thank you so much. Much obliged. Where can people find the two of you now? Az, where can people find you? You're no longer on Twitter, so I got to go find you on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and not on Twitter anymore. So you can find us at heel_vs_babyface over on Instagram, where every so often I'll post a picture of a thing and then I'll say what the thing is. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm off Twitch right now and loving it. I gotta say, it just feels yeah. You just, when you get off it, you're just like, why was I ever on that thing? You know. Other than that, you can catch us obviously Heel versus Babyface YouTube channel and Heel versus Babyface at gmail.com if you want to get in touch. And yeah, soon Hot Toys YouTube channel. Soon
and Justin,
to be released.
Justin, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Justin's Collection, and also on YouTube at Justin's Collection. And I do review some toys, and I have been known to convince you to spend money when you otherwise weren't going to. So watch out.
God.
Hide your wallet when you're watching a Justin's Collection video. There is a disclaimer for you there.
Yes, we take no responsibility for what happens to your wallet during these streams. My lawyer told me to say that. So my solicitor, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And on that note, gentlemen, everyone, toy collectors all, plastic fetishists, I want to thank you all for being here and watching this show that was supposed to be one show continue on as many shows. And next week, we will be back on Az's channel, Heel versus Babyface, for Hot Toys episode,
Hot
I guess,
Toys.
17.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Will it be the season finale of season 1 of Hot Toys?
It could very well be.
Who
And then we'll
knows?
move
Well,
on to your new channel.
I think this is Justin's season finale because 2 5 a.m. wake ups in 1 week is not feasible.
Are we doing Hot
no.
Toys? Are we doing Hot Toys this week on your channel?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, then we will
Feel
see
free
you in
to,
2 days.
Seeing as the day was moved for this stream, feel free to try out different times as well if you feel fit. I'm always down to stream at another hour if you feel you must. So let me know.
But hopefully we'll have lots of new things to talk about and reveals
Ooh,
from
yes.
Sideshow.
There's the cyborg already.
Give it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that, I will always say, remember, every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear. All you have to do is listen. And on that note, I'll tell you to have a better day.
Oh.